So, Sal, I guess, drives home every day with John Hine.
Yes. John gives him a ride.
Yeah. Sal's got it all worked out. He, evidently, Brian Phelan picks him up from TV, from Howard TV, takes him into work, and then Sal runs out with John Hine. And if John kind of walks out of here, Sal finds him. John went down to the garage the other day. There was no Sal, but Sal came running up.
Oh, he realized that John was going. What does he have, a tracking device on him?
So downstairs in the garage, I didn't know this, but there's a bathroom down there. You know, if I guess for the workers, you know, the guys who park cars. And you know those bathrooms are not the greatest.
No.
It's just one little room, and it's a toilet and a sink. It's kind of like prison.
It's like a closet.
Yeah. So it's not the kind of bathroom you only use it when you're in an emergency. Right. So I guess Sal came running down, and he said he asked the guy if he could use the bathroom, and Sal did. And I don't know. John said Sal was in there a really long time. Like, you really go in there if you have to pee. Like, you don't go in there to take a dump. First of all, those guys got to work in there, the parking lot guys.
And it's usually right near where their office is. So
I mean, you really just don't shit in there. You know what I mean? So I guess Sal was in there way too long, and I now know that the parking lot guy is never going to let Sal use that bathroom again because he did take a shit down there. And evidently Sal's like a girl. Like, he won't sit on the toilet. Like, he just, like, he hovers over it. He squats over it.
Like a hummingbird.
So the guy, do you know that the guy discovered, because you squatted over the toilet, he shit all over the toilet seat.
And you don't clean it up?
Sal.
Somebody lets you use their facility, and that's what you do?
I'd be mortified if people knew I shit all over his seat. And by the way, now he's everyone's number one suspect.
In the
Absolutely.
turd on the floor.
I hate to break it to you.
Yeah.
I never took a shit in there.
According to the guy, you shit all over the toilet seat.
I will take a lie detector test.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, I was talking to John for, I'd say, 4 to 5 minutes, and then I left, and you were still in there, and they said you were. So what were you doing in there for such a long time?
I was violently washing my hands. That's what I do. I wash my hands for a long time, believe it or not.
Why would you violently, as you say, wash your hands?
When I leave here and you touch all the doors and everything and go through the turnstiles and whatnot and push the elevator buttons, I get creeped out. I'm becoming a little bit of a germaphobe.
So why don't you just carry like what I do?
I do. I have Purell in my office.
Yeah, but have a little. They have little carry Purells you can take with you.
I have little spray bottles too that I keep in my pockets. But
according to this guy, you shit all over the toilet. Because he went in there and there was shit all over it.
Howard, I'm always honest, and I would tell you if I took a shit. Unfortunately, it wasn't me. Maybe Gary took the shit and he's blaming it on me.
I don't know.
I didn't use the bathroom that day.
Well, it wasn't me. I mean,
why would you blame me for taking a shit when you were in there for 9 minutes?
Because you come off more as the guy who would probably shit all over the place. You have those orangutan features,
I wasn't in there, so I can't possibly have shit the toilet seat. And listen, the guy at the garage pulls me over the other day. He said Sal was in there for a long time. When he came out, there was shit on the toilet seat.
By the way, I like that Sal's washing his hands in that bathroom. It's not exactly the most hygienic place in the world. Like I don't know how you get out of there without touching something.
I always think some creep is pissing in the soap dispenser too. Because when you pull that soap out, it's supposed to be thick.
Do you know why you have thoughts like that?
Why?
Because you're the creep who pisses in.
No, I would never
do that.
do that.
No,
I don't want to.
Angry you want to.
I'm not angry. And I don't want to pee in maybe in a girl's face, but I don't pee in soap dispensers. But when it's supposed to have a thick consistency. And when it runs out like water, it kind of makes you wonder.
Hey, I heard, did you admit that you dye your beard?
No, well...
I walked into his room the other day, and I said to him on the air, Sal, your beard is awfully dark. Are you dyeing your beard? And he swore to me. He said, I swear, Howard, I'm not dyeing my beard. And I went, okay, fine.
And I'm not. But I applied a hair powder to it. It's you spray it on a brush, like a hairbrush, and then you could put it onto your beard a little bit.
So you colored your beard
a little bit, just a little bit of the grays, but it wasn't dyed.
I knew that. Oh man,
that's coloring your beard.
You know what? I'm pretty good at this stuff. I'm pretty observant. I mean, I walked in. He was just like, it was like pitch black beard. It was like a color like I've never seen hair that black.
His beard is darker than his head hair.
It looked like I rubbed a piece of charcoal on my face.
So why did you tell me you didn't do it?
Because I didn't want you to make fun of me for a half hour.
But now it's even worse. I mean, you lied.
Well, I didn't lie. Doug asked me off the air, and I said, I put a little bit of hair powder.
I knew it. I thought I was going nuts. I said, the guy's beard looks different.
Hair powder.
Hair powder.
Bumble and Bumble hair powder. Good stuff.
By the way, Howard, I now think he shit in the bathroom because it appears he lies about everything.
Really?
No, I didn't. But I didn't shit
But
in the
you're not
bathroom.
lying about that.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
not.
I see.
You know, and I didn't lie about the other stuff.
If you're embarrassed by hair powder, I'm pretty sure you're embarrassed by shitting all over a toilet seat.
That I'd be proud of.
The other thing we're trying to figure out is like Sal's so OCD and about his hands. We never see him violently washing his hands here. And I would say 70 to 80% of the day, his right hand is picking his ass crack during the. You ever see that, Howard?
No, I don't watch it.
Gary, why are your eyes there? What are you, homo?
He's got a weird thing. It's like I don't know if you call it an affectation or a weird thing, but he takes his right hand and he sticks it down the back of his pants. Like even when you're talking to him, I don't know why it's there, but you know you do that, right, Sal?
Sometimes I go like this. I just rest it on the back of my pants like that.
No,
Big
it
deal.
goes inside the pants, and you know it, Sal. You
He'd
know
probably
it's
like
not
smelling
lying.
your finger after it hits your ass crack.
Who doesn't?
So you put it inside your pants, and I don't know why you do it. It's
You
just
go
like,
inside the pants?
yes, he does. Come on, Sal, be honest.
I use it as a smelling salt, Gary. After your breath, I need something to wake me up. That's why I do it. Come on.
Funny, but
I don't stick my finger up my ass. That's crazy. What am I, retarded? I don't finger my ass.
I didn't say you did that. I'm saying that you stick your hand down the back of your pants. I'm not saying you shove it up your ass.
I rest my hand in the back of my pants like this. It's just one of those stupid things.
It's in your pants.
Very good, retardo. It's in right, but it's just resting on the side. It's not up my ass, Gary.
Now he's putting it between his pants and his underwear, but that's not how it works.
Oh no!
All right.
Just leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
I didn't ask for this. Play
You,
the
you
auto.
did a good job on the pizza phone call with the auto tune.
We had a lot of fun with that. Thank
yeah.
you. Good
What
stuff.
is it, Rombo? Here's Ronnie, the limo driver. Mund.
Okay.
Yeah, Ron.
The voice of America.
No, Gary is right.
Yeah.
He walks down the hall, and he's got his hand in his asshole. And how many times have I?
My hand's on you?
How many times have I called you out on that?
My hand's over here. Like
Dude, no. Your hand is over here, right by your ass crack, and you wear no underwear.
Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, he doesn't wear any underwear either.
Where is it exactly, Ronnie?
Say he walks. Say he walks. He walks down the hall, and his hand is in his ass. His hand is in his ass.
And he doesn't wear
He has no underwear on.
Show me where.
He doesn't wear underwear.
Ronnie, show
Look
me
at
where.
him. Look at him.
Sal, put your asshole back in.
All right, Ronnie, get out.
Jesus Christ.
Did it smell?
It
farted.
stinks.
I spread my ass cheeks apart and farted in Ronnie's face.
No, seriously, how many times have I called you out on that? I say, Sal, why do you have your hand in your ass? How many times?
Gary, what
Seriously.
do you want to say?
He comes in. This is where I see it. He comes into the office when Will's working the phone. Sometimes he's got an idea to put up a note or something. So I see him right in front of him. He's got his hand. It's in the pants, under the underwear, and the whole hand is in. You could see like above the second set of knuckles.
Right.
So it's down. It's in there. I'm not saying he's shoving his finger in his ass, but I'm saying that he's definitely hovering around his ass crack.
Yeah. So it's a nervous habit. But so if you're so worried about that, you shouldn't have to worry about washing your hands. But that's the weird thing with OCD. It makes no sense. It's like, you're afraid of germs, and yet his ass germs are fine.
Because I know my ass is clean, so I'm confident with that.
Why don't you wear underwear? What's up with that?
Wear underwear.
No, you
Got
don't.
underwear on. I saw it.
Right here. He was underneath it.
Oh my God! That wasn't necessary.
Yeah, who the hell needs that?
George, did you see that?
How come you have a heart on? What's up with that?
I don't have a heart.
He's with you.
What's your
Ronnie.
problem?
He took out his penis.
Well, with George's shit on his dick, it
See,
turned me on.
and you know what? You see, I called you out on that you didn't never said anything about hair powder.
Yeah, you called me out. Big
I
deal.
called you out on that also a long time ago.
I knew he was using
Hey,
something.
this guy dunks his face in a fucking paint bucket.
So what?
who was
But I
he-
admitted
who
at
was
least.
he-
At least I admit it, dude.
I did admit it. I admitted
No,
it.
you
all.
didn't.
It wasn't dye. It was hair powder. That's
Okay,
all it
but you
was.
said you didn't do anything.
This hair powder is good, by the way. George, you should try it. It's really good.
Hey, did you have?
So he's one of those weird guys that because he uses high-end products, he calls it by different names. But the hair powder is to color your beard. It's a dye.
Of course. So what's the difference if it's a powder? It's a dye.
That's the same shit they use on those guys on TV when they got the bald spot in the back.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
I know.
That's dye.
Of course. Hey, Sal, did you ever ask your wife what I asked you to ask her?
Oh, yeah.
What'd she say? Oh, I should set it up.
Go ahead.
So the other day we were, I got a letter from Will the Farter. You know Robin, he's so talented.
Oh, a man who's dedicated himself to
I mean,
farting.
the guy's the best farter around.
A musical farter.
Anyway, so we got this letter, and Will's kind of like, things are tough out here. I'm dependent on you, Howard. I'm dependent on you guys. I need to get on the show. And I don't know, somehow I became Will the Farter's like father or something.
Yes.
You know, and if he's dependent on me to make a living, then he ought to get a real job. But anyway, he wants to come in. So I'm trying to think of stuff for him to do. Because he says he can smoke a cigarette out of his ass and he can play the flute out of his ass. But I know every time he comes in here, he never can do it. Because remember when he was going to play the kazoo out of his ass and it didn't work? So he always hooks me in with something.
What's he going to do now?
No, I mean, at first I was like, oh, I want to see him smoke a cigarette out of his ass. But I know he can't.
Right.
So we were trying to think of some ideas, and we were talking to Sal, and you know how much Sal's wife hates him and stuff, and how much he hates her.
That's not true, but go ahead.
All right, whatever. Yeah, you're in love. So I said, hey, Sal, what would it be? Well, tell Robin what we came up with.
Well, what happened was Will Murray said that Will the Farter's not the brightest guy in the world.
Right.
So why don't we have a trivia contest, like win Sal's money? For every question I get right, Will gets right, he gets money. For every question I get wrong, Will farts in my face.
Okay.
So Howard goes, well, why don't we up the stakes somehow? And I said, hey, my wife loves handbags, pocketbooks.
Right.
So we'd bring in a whole bunch of pocketbooks, and she would have to depend on me. So for every question I get right, she gets a pocketbook. But for every question I get wrong, Will farts in her face.
Right.
Is she gonna
So Howard goes,
that?
go home and ask your wife. And I said, I'll try.
Because
you know?
Sal said she loves pocketbooks and
So
handbags
much,
so
yeah.
much.
Oh my goodness!
And I'm talking about we were going to get high-end Gucci,
Sure,
Hermes,
Prada,
Chanel, all the big names. So
I go
anyway,
home.
yeah, you go home.
I go home. I go, honey, I got great news.
Right.
I go, we are gonna present you with a plethora of all your
plethora.
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 He learned
Is that a
from
dinosaur?
George, yes.
A plethora.
Why would you use words like that? But go ahead.
Wrong enunciation. I said, of all your favorite pocketbooks. She goes, really? What's in it from, what's the deal here? I go, well, it's real simple. I go, I do a trivia game. I go, for every question I get right, you get a pocketbook of your choice. For every question I get wrong, somebody farts in your face.
No, she has to spin. It's worse. She has to spin the wheel to see how many farts she has to take to the face.
I didn't even get to that.
That's right.
And she goes, no. She goes, it's tempting for the pocketbooks. She goes, but I'm not going to do that to humiliate myself.
Yeah, but chances are you'd get everyone right. You could beat Will the Farter.
And I said to her, I go, I could be Will the Farter. She goes, you? She goes, I'd rather have my 5-year-old answer the questions than you.
That's true.
So she said it was tempting, but then she's like, she goes, what type of bags? I go, all the bags you love. So she said this one bag, Burgalese.
A Birkin bag.
Yeah, and she's saying all these Hermes and Burgalese. My 10-year-old's behind me goes, my God. He goes, Dad, those sound like countries. I've never heard of this shit before.
Hermes makes a Birkin bag that's like 10 grand.
Oh, that's the one she knows about, all those bags.
Yeah, well,
Are you getting the 10 grand bag?
I don't know about that. But there must be some that are a little cheaper than 10 grand.
Not for her. She's
Right.
crazy.
She wants the top of the line.
Yeah, but they got like Gucci and Chanel, and those bags are about $2-3 grand a pop. So that's what we're talking about.
Marc Jacobs.
Yeah.
Those bags, and I look at those bags because Beth buys bags, and I go,
women love them.
I go, well, I don't.
What's the big deal?
Yeah, I don't see it. Are you into bags?
Not really.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it. You're spending $5 grand on a contraption to hold your lipstick and tampons in. I mean, you know what I mean?
But it makes them feel good because it looks good with their outfits. I get that.
It's a status symbol, much like
it says my husband's an asshole. That's the status. My husband's a sucker.
My husband's a big jerk.
right.
All right. Well, anyway, so you don't think she's going to take the farts to the face?
No, unfortunately. And then I said, well, maybe I'll ask my mom, but I can't.
Your mom will do it.
She would do it, but that's why I'm not.
Really?
You're not going to ask.
I'm not going to take advantage
Ask
of her
her.
kindness.
Would it be hard for you to watch Will farting on your mom?
No, my mom's. It would be funny as hell, but my mom's such a loving person. So I said maybe I'll ask my mom, and my mom would do it. Not for bags. She'd do it for casino money. She loves.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's do that.
We could do Foxwoods, MGM. We could do all that.
Okay.
And
we could arrange that. I'd like to see your mom.
no, and then I said, I go, you know what? I'm not going to ask my mom. And my wife goes, oh, you asked me, but you feel bad to ask your mom. I go, yeah, well, my mom didn't put me through 10 years of fucking hell and shoot me in the ass with a paintball gun.
Right.
So she got all
your mom
angry.
bangs you and your wife doesn't.
Yeah. My mom made me. You destroyed me. So
how's the sex going? Did you get any since the last conversation I had with you? Because it's been over a week.
I haven't, probably 3 weeks now.
Wow.
You know, but it's okay. I mean, I'm really like not even uptight about it anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, you're a young guy. How old are you now?
I'm 40.
Yeah, I mean, 40 and you're not getting laid for 3 weeks. I mean, what's the point of all this?
You know, you just...
No blowjob, nothing.
Oh, no blowjob. Forget about it. She blew Hitler before she blew me.
Yeah.
No, that's not happening.
She really has a dislike for you. And you know what? I don't blame her. I mean, your personality is one where she's looking for like a more mature guy who knows how to handle himself.
Somebody she can respect. You know, it's hard to
respect you. It's hard to respect you.
Spread your
Coming
legs
from a lady who shoves coffee up her ass and goes to Guatemala to eat shit stew, and all of a sudden she's telling me about respect.
No, it's just, you know what I mean.
But I get it.
I respect you. Your wife doesn't.
You don't respect me. You told Will you don't respect me.
You know what it is, Sal? It's like you're just
Did
not...
Will blab that?
Yes, he did. Ah, see, you admitted it.
You're just not a real sensitive guy. You know, I get it. She's looking for like... And I think she liked you better when you were a stockbroker and you were on top of the world financially. And
Right,
all that.
of course.
You
Well,
know?
but guess what? I'm paying the bills like everybody else doing what I have to do.
Hey, I got no problem with you.
You know, if I figure if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all the way. My biggest problem of being on the show is that when I say things, they're so true that people have a hard time believing it because they don't think anybody would be that stupid.
What do you mean?
Well, when I say things about my marriage and stuff like that, they go, you know, I can't believe this can't possibly be true. And I go, it is true because if
I've seen it up close.
Yeah, but my theory is that if I work for you, you know, you're all about brutal honesty. That's how you revolutionize the entertainment industry. And that's why people are trying to be you today, and it's not sincere.
Right.
It's not real.
So in that spirit, you contribute.
Absolutely. In the
way.
spirit of everything that you've done, I've always believed in being completely truthful about everything.
Well, I appreciate that.
Except beard powder.
Except beard powder. Right, very good point,
and
Fred.
your
That's true.
makeup and a whole bunch of other
Anything
things
gay,
that-
I won't be true about. But
Mr. Truth.
and so in that sense,
You think you'll ever end up divorced?
no, and I hope not. You know?
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
You hope not.
No, I hope not. I hope
You want to continue in this horrible marriage.
But it's not horrible.
Why
like,
are you depicting? He's
3
living
weeks,
it.
his wife hasn't
He's
banged
living
him.
it. It's not horrible to
The guy
him.
loves sex. He's constantly beating off.
Doesn't every guy love sex?
He likes when Richard touches his penis. He's so desperate for anyone to touch that
Why
thing.
he's shoving his hand down his pants?
Do you think he's
wrong
completely
side, though, Fred.
faithful?
Sal, no.
do I think I could be faithful?
No,
No,
I don't think you are.
What do you mean faithful?
I
What do you mean?
I think that
You gotta ask.
I bet you've been with women
Oh,
other
that's
than
crazy.
your wife.
Let's get back to talking about the truth. That's ridiculous.
I'll tell you why. Because no man at 40 years old is going to put up with that. That's your license to go out and get some sex. And plus, your wife was fucking around too with another guy. 143 and all that.
Yeah, that was pretty heavy stuff. But I'm also a man who loves his children dearly and believes in trying to keep my family together.
All right. Very
So-
good.
And
You're
that's
like
it.
the Ellen of this relationship.
Yeah, you're like Elin Woods.
Oh no! I believe me. If I could pick up a golf club and beat the shit out of her, I would. So I'm not like Elin.
I see.
But
All right.
it's all right. But if you want, I'll try again. Talk to my wife. I'm not really crazy about my mom coming in to get fired on.
All righty. What is it, Lee? You're on the air. Let's take a couple of phone calls on a Thursday. Lee, go ahead in Paramus, New Jersey.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
I've been listening. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I just woke
Say
up.
that. Do this.
I love Sal. I've been listening to you since '84, and I'm sorry, but Christina's a piece of shit.
No, don't say that. It's horrible.
Well, you know what? She is. I'm sorry. Listen, you could.
Takes
pee
two
on
to
me
tango.
anytime. Seriously, I'm a beautiful woman. I'm a little bit older than 35, but with the pocketbook thing, you're working really hard. You happen to be a decent-looking person, better with the beard, better with losing the weight and everything like that. But for her to, have these kind of status issues, and that your children have to now be exposed to this, and while you're working so hard and so talented, and usually I don't gush, but you contribute a great deal. And you really need to find somebody who appreciates your assholeness. No offense or anything like that. But
See, in other words, Lee is making a good point. If you were in a relationship with and by the way, I believe your wife has every right not to give you sex. Sometimes you act like such a flaming asshole.
he also has a right to find somebody who will.
But my
That's
wife,
right.
she's not a POS. My wife, I love my wife, and she's a
Fine,
good
you can
woman
say
and a
that, but
great
you know,
mother.
From my point of view,
Right.
I work very hard. The reason why I woke up just now is because I've been working till 3 o'clock every morning. I work really, really, really really hard. At my age, I shouldn't have to work that hard. I do. Pocketbooks, I could give a crap. But if I could afford one, I would buy one. But I would certainly never mandate that a man please me by buying me pocketbooks and shoes. And I would certainly never paintball him in the ass and then laugh. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that was a little rough, but
all right. Thank you, Lee.
right.
Don't you fantasize about being with a woman like Lee who worships
Would worship you, yeah.
I fantasize about Lee probably every 15 minutes.
Right.
I mean, married or not married.
Bill, go ahead. All right, Bill is not there. Bill in Orlando bailed out on us. All right, Sal, thank you. It's good to check in with you.
So let's go down the list. You first got called out or thrown under the bus for shitting in the garage bathroom.
Yeah, which wasn't true.
You said you didn't.
Wasn't true. That's all right. Next, because it wasn't. I mean, if it was true.
But John and Gary both say you were in the bathroom way too long.
Yeah, I might have been there long, but I was washing my hands. You know, I could show you my sanitizers in my office. I could show you the little sanitizers I keep in my jacket. I wash my hands after leaving here. You know how skeevy it is, right?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I washed my hands. I didn't take a shit in there. I mean, if I did, I would say it. I would say I had the runs and I blasted, but I didn't. So.
And then next is what, the beard?
Yeah, well.
Now, why'd you lie about that?
Robin, why did I lie about my beard? Why'd I lie about my beard? Well, because I don't want Howard to make fun of me for a long time. You know, it's embarrassing. You know, I'm being honest. It's being embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So.
Why'd the change of heart? Why come out and say it then?
Because Doug looked at me and said, you know, what's going on? I go, all right. I put a little Bumble and Bumble hair powder in there. Bumble and Bumble, if you're listening. Bumble and Bumble hair powder.
Is it still in?
No, not today. But I'll wear it on
where's the gray?
Right here. There should be a few pieces, right?
Oh, yeah, you got it right on your jawline.
Yeah, and I have some there.
So in the same spot.
Yeah, instead of brushing it just on the gray, I made the mistake of taking the whole brush and brushing
whole thing.
And I look like I rubbed charcoal on my face. So that ends that one.
And you're not going to do that anymore?
No, because once you get outed, like look at Ronnie, he hardly dyes his beard anymore. Once you get outed for doing something ridiculous, it's better to be gray and live with it than to, you know, fine-tune yourself and be made fun of.
It's like being bald and having a toupee and everyone know that you're really bald underneath.
Right. You know, it's true. If somebody has a toupee, like, all you're doing is making fun of the toupee. But if somebody's bald, you just pass it, you know, it just passes by. It's not that big of a deal.
And then, what's next? The hand down the pants.
Hand down the pants.
That's a little gross.
I relax like this. You know, I have a tendency to do that.
So what is that, like the Al Bundy?
Kind of, but in the back. And if you think about it, it's kind of resting on half of the leg and half of the
It's like your hip, kind of.
Yeah, so it's not that bad.
You don't go down digging or scratching?
Not even close. Not even close. And if I digged and scratched, I would be in the bathroom. I don't scratch my ass. If I get a little itch in my ass, I immediately go to the bathroom. I wet some paper towels. I dab them up there, you know, do the old pinky clean.
Toilet shitter.
It wasn't me, Gary.
Oh, my God. You sprayed it like it had the measles.
No, Ronnie seems to think that you have your hand all the way down your pants.
He says I go down deep. I don't think I go down deep at all, but cause you know why? I can't. I stop my thumb here if you think about it.
Oh, so your thumb's always outside the pants?
Always outside. Now, so that's primarily it with that.
And then lastly is
my wife with the pocketbooks. Yeah, you know, she said it was tempting, and you know, but she's not getting farted on the face over it.
Are you disappointed? Would you like to see her get farted on?
Oh, it'd be hilarious. It would be so good. Because to put somebody in a position where they don't want to do it, that's when it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, especially my wife. I mean, my wife, you know, she carries herself in a very classy way, you know. And the last thing she's going to do is lay down and get blasted in the face, which it would be so great. But that's her, you know. She didn't elect to work for the show. You know, she's not working here. I am. So I respect that.
You understand why she wouldn't want to do it?
Not really. I mean, I think it's funny, but I understand why. Yeah, in her capacity, I understand why she wouldn't want to get farted in the face. But I don't know. Maybe if we actually bought the bags and brought them home and let her
dangle them in front of her.
Yeah, let her feel it, and then I have to take it back to work if she wants it. You know, she gets farted in the face. It would be pretty good.
Should work on that.
Yeah, I should. But I feel bad, you know, like I don't, you know, I talk about my marriage problems on the air, but I don't, you know, I don't want to I don't want to paint Christina as a bad person. It's just my side of the story.
Yeah, that one caller.
Yeah, I mean,
does not like her.
Yeah, that kind of, believe it or not, it actually bothers me because my wife isn't a piece of shit. I do love my wife. I made that clear. Did I make it clear?
Yeah.
And the thing is that we have our differences, but on this show, you vent your problems. That's how I look at it. It's like getting together with your buddies. Like you generally say to your buddies what you wouldn't say. What you wouldn't say in public.
Mm-hmm.
I have a tendency of doing it in public because I think it relates to a lot of people privately.
Well, and since you're the only guy that will really come out and say it, everyone's like, whoa.
Right. And then sometimes...
But usually everyone else has the same problems.
But unfortunately, it backfires a little bit,
Yeah.
Like with somebody calling up and expressing their opinion to that degree by calling her that. That I feel bad about that. So believe it or not, after all this, I have a heart,
Saying this all with a smirk on your face.
No, because you're smiling, not believing me. So that's it. That's the Sal Governale story. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for the update.
You got it.
You have no idea how many people have come up to me begging that they be put on that bathroom list.
It's a big deal.
It's insane. It's a big deal. And like heads of the company and stuff, and I'm like, no, forget it. No. We don't want people hanging out in that bathroom. There's 1 million bathrooms here. There's a row of toilets. Stop it. It's embarrassing. I gotta free this little compound up. And by the way, the bathroom has been so much cleaner since we put a stop to all the nonsense.
Something happened that was odd yesterday.
Yeah.
You left the studio. I happened to be out in the hall, and there were a lot of people in the hall.
Right.
And as soon as you stepped out the door, everybody said, "Clear the hall, clear the hall." And
Why?
people went and hid from you.
Oh, good. Well, a long time ago, I told Gary, when I used to come out of the studio when we were first at Sirius, every day it was like a greeting committee. Like it was a personal appearance after you got done with the show. Now, I'm at my lowest, worst personality when I get done with this show. I've got a massive headache every day from these fucking headphones. I really should switch to those earpieces like they wear on stage.
Like Imus?
I don't know what Imus wears, but there was a guy here who had these black earpieces you stick in your ear.
That they mold to your ears,
Yeah,
right?
he's wearing a hearing aid. I'm talking about they have these... these headphones just press on my head all the show.
No, you know that Imus doesn't wear anything on his head because he keeps the cowboy hat on. He has these earpieces.
Well, I don't watch his show. I don't know what he does.
What he wears looks like a stethoscope.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
right.
It's like two things that go in the ears and comes down.
It actually is a stethoscope.
He's checking his heart.
Making sure he's breathing. But I don't know, but like I walk out and when we first started working here, and there'd be just this like tremendous amount of people waiting to get a hold of me. And it was like, everyone from Scott Greenstein on down. They'd be great show today, but like what? I don't need a review, man.
It's like a reception.
The person I always remember that was always waiting to talk to you about something was Penny Crone.
Yeah, Penny Crone was out there. And it was like, I just did 5 hours on the air. Can you guys back off? I'm beat. And I said to Gary, I'm also a nice guy. I don't want to blow people off and walk right by him. So could you just and by the way, let's keep the hallway clear anyway so the people who have to get... Plus, whenever we open up the studio door, if someone does it during the show, you would hear like a party going on. And boy, oh boy, did it sound bad on the air. Every time that door opened, you'd hear...
What happens is somebody will come out, like Sal will have done something, and then the TV camera's right there,
Right.
and they start talking about it. Then it turns into like a big discussion.
And then Tim was always introducing me to some stranger after the show. Like, Howard, I just want you... I've probably said to Tim 9 million times, I don't want to talk to anybody after. And it took like months of me just saying, this is what it sounded like. Hi, everyone. Okay, yeah. Hi, yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you. Hello. Yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah. Oh, hi, yeah. Oh, you're the new sales guy? Oh, hi. How are you? Yeah, Tim told me all about you.
Well, that's what it sounded like just before you opened the door.
Yeah.
And then it was like, clear the hall!
Yeah, good. And by the way, that hall should be just cleared in general.
What happens is after the show, the TV guys who've been sitting down the whole time, they come out to stretch their legs, they start to chat. Some of the guys are sitting in the back, and I know it just turns into a thing.
It all goes on right in front of this door. And I walk out, and it's like a party.
It's actually right over by where we keep the cupcakes. That's where everybody seems to congregate.
Yeah, well, let's find a new place. What's all this congregating?
So Tim and I went over the list again to pare it down, not just for the bathroom, but for the whole
compound.
The whole compound. But, here's what happens. Everybody who works security has to have access here because you never know who's going to be on at what time.
Okay.
Everybody who works in engineering has to have access here.
Everybody.
Well, for probably a group of about a dozen people because everybody works different hours. If there's an engineering emergency, they got to be able to get in right away.
Has there ever been an engineering emergency?
Yeah, a lot of times we have people.
All right, okay, fine. I'm all right with that. Well, that makes sense to me.
Then there's a lot of IT guys, that handle our computers that, need to be able to have access to here.
Really?
Yeah, and then it's, so that already is a big, then there's everybody on TV, everybody on our staff, but we got it, we pared it down a lot.
Good. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh, for the longest time, I'd say, Tim, I keep saying it over and over nicely. I don't want to meet the new sales guy after the show. Just this once. But, I mean, now he's under control. It was crazy. I said, listen, I'm not in any condition. I just spoke for 5.5 hours trying to be funny. Put yourself in my shoes for 2 fucking seconds. I know everyone's excited. The big boss is coming out and,
I don't know. You're getting a little Prince-like.
Yeah. Oh, not a little. A lot. I'm just trying to make this as comfortable for myself as possible so I get through the next 8 months very comfortably. And then I'm out of here. Then I'm gone. Bye.
I agree. There shouldn't be a gaggle of people out there, but that was kind of crazy. Clear the hall.
Oh, you don't even know.
But Robin, I'm not aware that's going on.
What?
I'm not aware that's going on. I want to get out and not have a gaggle of people around. It's a nonstop party. And I'm a nice guy, like people come up and start talking to me. I'm not going to. There were times like 10, 15 minutes after the show of greetings, of various business proposals. And I'd say I'm in no condition to make a decision. I'll say yes to anything right now. Do you mind recording a commercial? Right? Okay, fine. Can you get me back to my office at some point? So I can close my eyes?
Well, you have no idea what goes on. On the rare instances that somebody needs to be in the green room, which is very rare, but like when Artie was working on his book, if there was a writer that was meeting him after the show, not only would I shut the green room door, sometimes we put an intern out in front of it to make sure they don't pop their head out.
Yeah.
To me, when somebody's here and they're in the green room, I just live in panic that they're going to accost you in the hallway. Just so you know.
I mean, I'm exhausted. I mean, not only are we doing a show, but I have to listen to Gary blabber during every commercial break.
Have we chatted about anything today other than work?
No, I'm saying it's an intense morning.
I know.
Work is intense.
You know what? Because there's so many less commercials. I cram it in. I know.
I know. And I'm appreciative, but
I feel bad.
Don't feel bad. I'm saying that's my job, and I get paid well for it. It's just after the show. I want to chill. I want to chill for 2 seconds.
The last break of the morning is
it's
hard.
enough.
There should be an escape hatch for Howard here.
Escape hatch?
Different doorway.
George, believe it or not, this is not Star Trek.
No, it's...
he can teleport to the bag office.
Yeah, beam him over to his office.
George, you see, I book right out of here. I don't even want to get trapped in a conversation with you.
I know.
You're
amazed
a nice
that you go on for 5 hours
Howard,
and then you wade through that.
I got to move in the morning because George is in the green room doing his lunch. I race past his room so he doesn't get a hold of me.
There was one great day.
Oh, is that why you go so fast?
Yeah.
Now I know.
There was one great day where it was the end of the week. You were exhausted. The show went really late. You're up and you're on your way out, and George was holding a bag and he had something for you. It was a gift of some sort, but George there was a whole speech that went with it,
right?
And you were moonwalking, and you go, "Oh, thank you, George, thank you." You grab the bag, and he's still talking.
What I gave him the bag.
I was so irritated because George and I sat here for an entire 5 hours. He could have given me the bag.
I think it was a bag. It might have been. It had some gift in it. It might have been chocolates or something. One year you gave.
I don't remember that.
But I knew you gave something to Howard. And you were talking to him.
I was going to kill myself.
No, this was like a couple of years ago. When you first started doing the show.
Yeah, I was going to kill myself.
What did I give you?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
It was a very lovely thing, and I didn't want to appear to be rude, but I had enough. I had to get out of here.
Well, now I understand. I
Yeah.
mean, I see that horde out there. You're a rock star. And
No, it's not rock star. It's people who want to do business.
Yeah.
And I'm not in any condition to discuss business.
Absolutely not. Not after. Yeah, I mean, getting up at the hour that you do and then being on for 5 hours straight.
Yeah, you need a little breather.
You need
Your mouth is dry. You want to go drink some water? I mean, for crying out loud. Or pee or something. And,
they really should have a separate door where you can
No,
sneak
I don't need that. Baba Booey cleared everyone out.
Yeah, so it's improved now, has
Yes.
it? Oh, good.
Oh, there's a panic. You should have seen the
Good.
people running. It was like when, you got roaches and you turn on the lights and they scurry.
Well, it doesn't have to be like that, Robin, because by 10 o'clock, everyone should be out of that hole. And I am telling you, if I went out there now, 90% of the people have no business being there. And then you had more people because they were all lining up to use our bathroom.
Right.
Like this is a fucking toilet bowl. I'm treating this seriously. I'm taking my job seriously. A place of business. At that fucking K-Rock, it was always a zoo out there too.
Well, apparently,
and I sleep
Gary's
in my
cleared it
office.
now.
I sleep in my office. So at K-Rock, you couldn't even sleep. You couldn't get a decent fucking afternoon nap in that place. So fucking goddamn noisy. Here, it's nice and quiet. I make everyone be quiet. I like having my own channels. That JD makes a peep. I'm out there in 2 fucking seconds yelling.
Oh, he's as quiet as a church mouse.
I didn't do anything.
I go back there now and I go, shh, before I say a thing.
Right.
I blinked.
Well, you're very loud. You wake me up a lot, Robin.
I'm not here. I sit here and I don't even go down the hall.
The few times you were here, I heard you. You could hear, what did you do? I'm like, what? Are we back on the air? What? What?
I get so panicked if I hear someone talking in the hallway.
Thank you.
And like, I will go out there if I feel to be loud. I'll go, gotta be quiet. I don't want to get yelled at.
I'm not taking a route for your bullshit.
Now you know why JD talks the way he does. By the way, thank you for caring about me. Remember the vampires always had, when they were in their coffin, they always had a human that would stand guard over the coffin?
I'm the guy that guards your dirt.
It's like a Shabbos goy.
Right. He's a Shabbos goy.
I just see it as part of my job.
I don't know what.
And one of these days, the vampire's going to turn you into one of them.
Right. Wow. JD tells people to be quiet, but nobody understands him. He's like, hey, shut up. I was
here.
All right. I don't mean to be a prima donna, but
oh boy,
it's impossible to get a nap around here.
Well, maybe this isn't the place to sleep.
Oh, it is. This is quieter than my apartment. I love it. I love sleeping here. The second the show's over, I beeline right back to my office. I crawl into a ball.
Your eyes are almost closing as you walk out.
And then I have this chair, this leather chair I bought, and I curl up into a ball. And I'm 6'5". You have to see this. I curl up into a ball. And I'm like in the fetal position. I'm out cold. I'm like, now Ronnie bangs on the door to wake me up. I jump. What?
Well, you always tell him what time. That's the one thing you do.
Yeah.
You give Ronnie a time.
As I walk out, I go 11:45 or 12.
Yeah, it's like a shorthand.
And no matter how much time I give him, I'm fucking still asleep when he's banging on that door. I'm tired of it. I have an office here. I've never done anything in it but sleep. I took one meeting with Mel once and Scott Greenstein one time, too. That was it. I never use it for business, strictly sleeping. I said to Beth decorated it for me.
Yeah.
They gave me a $10,000 budget for my office when we first got to Sirius. So we went over to that Pottery Barn, and we bought 3 chairs, but I should have bought a bed. Imagine I take a meeting with...
because you're sleeping in there.
Imagine I take a meeting with Mel and go, here, you sit on this side of the bed. But I really should have put a bed in there, a full bed. I would have loved that. Because the chair, I wake up, I'm like, it's horrible. I mean, my feet have to go on the coffee table. It's weird. I really should. I've made a mistake in designing my office.
Get a Barca lounger that turns into...
No, I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No, I can't. I don't like that. I have to be on my side. It's a whole thing.
But you managed to get on your side in the chair with the ottoman.
You should see. It's so uncomfortable. And I pass right out. Holy cow. And I'm unconscious. And then fortunately, I usually have a dream, so I bring that to my psychiatrist so it gets off my back. tells me when I don't bring in dreams, I'm distancing myself from him. So I
Really?
Yeah. So
he's very free.
Yeah. So I do all my dreams in there.
You remember dreams?
No,
God,
I have to write them down.
Terrible at that therapy because I never remember anything.
Me neither, and I have to write them right down. And he goes, "Why do you write them down?" I go, "Because I don't remember dreams." And he goes, "That's because you're distancing yourself. You could remember it if it was important to you, and you remember the feelings." I get criticized.
You gotta now remember what happens when we sleep as well.
Yeah, there's no. And you know what? I don't have any fun.
Now even that's a chore.
Sometimes I even cheat and I ask people if they had a dream, and I
you give you give him their dreams.
Right. 3 times I've done that with Fred over the course of 10 years.
So what's wrong with Fred?
They dragged me away in a straitjacket after I gave him one of Fred's dreams. I never have a happy dream either. It's always a horrible dream.
Well,
have you ever talked about it?
Nightmares.
Do I ever talk about it?
About it on the show?
No.
Every once in a while, you used to bring in a dream.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. It's hysterical. I would like to have one dream where I come. I don't even have sex dreams.
Well, you're past that age now.
Past that, I never had one. I never even have fun.
Even as a teenager, you
nothing.
didn't have
Never.
those wet dreams?
No. I'm not pervy like you. Ralph, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Yeah, George has been very pervy this week. He's rooting.
No, this is an April Fool joke.
It's ruining the whole Star Trek thing for me. Hey, Robin, was it like the scene in Devil Wears Prada when Meryl Streep comes into the office and everybody just heads for the hills?
Yes. They were diving for cover.
Because if I see them, they're fired.
Well, they should. You got to get your...
Well, I'm telling you.
I had never seen that before. It was quite
shocking. There is no workplace in America where you would see a scene like outside my door. It was clear to me that it was just one big party, and everyone was just waiting to get a hold of me after the show with different agenda.
Well, the thing is, too, and then one person does it, and then the floodgates open. Like when somebody asks for your autograph.
Like Shuli Agar.
Then a little crowd gathers around
All of a sudden, Shuli's there, and I go, "Hey, Shuli. Hey, Howard, how you doing?" And then, then like I'm in yeah, I'm having a baby. Who gives a fuck?
I just talk for 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, come in on the air and talk to me.
That's what you talk.
Yeah, I talked already today. I did enough talk today for the next month. All right. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye now.
It was see, now that we need a camera on. When people started to scatter.
Get a camera on that. You're in charge of that. Stop with that Guatemala.
You know, that Ralph has a good idea. Maybe you're too nice.
Oh, I am.
You should be like Meryl Streep.
No, I'm the nicest.
Come in, talking in,
No, I'm the nicest guy in the world.
You are.
Wouldn't have thought
that's
it yesterday
the problem.
when you saw those people running for the hills.
Well, Gary did that. I got nothing to do with that.
Running for the hills.
People diving, stage diving.
I'm telling you, they were doing interviews. Lots of stuff was going on. Everything stopped.
You know, this is wonderful. You've been together with your people for decades.
I can't get rid of them.
I mean, Robin, 30 years.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
Well, of course it's wonderful. I'm loyal. Not like Shatner.
You sure are.
Yeah.
You sure are very different from him.
They're loyal to me. I'm loyal to them.
Well, the other thing about
We've
Star
been
Trek,
through hell,
he's
and
the only one that is that way. The others are very good friends.
We've been through hell and back together. You have no idea what we've been through.
I can't imagine. Yeah, the ups and downs.
It's not I need the people out of the hole now. It's because of all the shit we've been through. I'm exhausted. I needed people to clear the halls when we were back in Washington.
Yeah, they never cleared the halls then.
Back then
they grab you.
You ask, if you think I'm being a prima donna, in the days when I didn't have any clout, I was in Washington. Woo. Meanwhile, I was the #1 morning guy in Washington. We had the #1 morning show. Still had no fucking clout. They were busy firing me. I'd walk out like vultures. They'd pick at my corpse. This general manager, Goffler Barr, and then the program director, she had to get a hold of me. The sales department got a hold of me. And I was woozy. I mean, it was enough. I had more talent in my fingernail than they did. And they're lecturing me. Now I lecture. Anyone want to learn? Come on, let's go. I'm sick of being lectured. I'm doing the lecturing now.
Here he comes.
That's right. Head for the hills. Now you head for the hills.
Oh, that was
He's in a bad mood today.
Right. Let people read my mood. I had to sit and read all these assholes' moods for years. That NBC, I got with that pig virus, and then the fucking engineers there who sat and laughed at me because I wanted them to work. Fuck you. That's why I want the halls cleared. I walk out there like vultures. They're picking me. That goddamn lawyer and that fucking other guy who picked his teeth, that vice president. What was his name? Monty.
Oh, God.
Mounty. Bob Mounty. Everyone got a hold of me.
Fuck you.
You're not kidding.
They didn't even wait.
They didn't wait. Then the sales
They
guys
come into the studio.
Hey, Howard, your report card comes out tomorrow.
Engineers who had no clout at all.
None. With me, they all had
Goofing
clout.
on you.
Goofing on me. That pig virus, that asshole. I can't even believe he's still in the business. I mean,
Let's see how we did.
you want to know why I got the hallways cleared out? I got the hallways cleared out because of years of abuse.
Those people love you in the halls now.
I'm like a woman who's been
But
fucked.
they run.
I'm like a woman who's been fucked over by her family.
They run like you've got a gun.
Good. Leave
A
me
machine
alone.
gun.
Leave me alone because I've been there. I got people's problems.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, and then it said people's problems after people's problems. I listen. I'm burdened enough growing up. Every day I came home, I had to read my mother's temperature and make sure that she was happy and that I was in her good graces or hell would break loose. I'm in the service of no one now. I'm a free man. You need help? Fuck you. Go help yourself like I had to. No one helped me.
Fuck you.
Right. Right, Tracy.
Douche.
There's a girl I like.
Fuck you.
Tracy. Just leave me alone. Don't bother me. I was in the service since I was 5 years old. In the service of my parents. My father came home. He told me what I had to do to please him. My mother, too, all day. You want to please me? Listen, my children know my every mood. And that's the way it should be.
Shut up! Sit down!
They should know how I feel. No, you got it backwards, Mom. Shut up! Shut up and listen to your mother.
Shut up! Sit down!
I'm through in the service of everyone else. I'm through with it.
All right.
Be in the service of me!
Get out of those halls.
Right. Clear the halls. Or forever hold your peace.
Ronnie, describe the situation in the hallway before Howard comes out.
It's clear. It's empty. See it?
No, typically.
Typically?
What is it like?
It's you guys. It's all you guys.
Who's you guys?
You, Howard TV.
Howard TV? I have
All
to be
you
here.
guys.
I have a camera in my hand.
You're all over here bullshitting and Brian Fallon. And, how you doing, bud? How are you today? You know, it's all you guys.
It's all Howard TV's
Jerking
fault?
yourselves off in here, man.
Really, no one else?
You're bored. No, it's everybody, but it's like Fallon takes up the whole hall. Like, you go to move one way, he moves that way. You go to move that way, he moves that way. I mean, he's crazy. There's something wrong with him.
So you blame this mostly on Brian Fallon?
No, and everybody.
And Howard TV.
And Howard TV. They clog the hallways. And the Howard 100 News Department. Except for Langford. He stands down there by that sign, I gotta say. He'll never come up here when Howard's coming out. Never. Surely, he'll play games. He'll sneak up the railing, you know.
Inch his way
towards
up.
the top. But he won't go there. But he'll be right here. You know what I'm saying? So.
Who's the worst?
Who's the worst? You! Because you're here with that fucking camera.
I have to be here.
It's you!
Good morning. How you doing today? Nervous. Nervous. So why are you nervous?
For years, it's a long story, but for years I've listened to Stern. I want to thank him. I created a website called thankhoward.com. Years and years ago, 17 years ago, I was engaged to a girl and she passed away. Now, plenty of other problems, you know, the roller coaster of life, and you know, he's been the one to help me because when there was no other reason to laugh in the morning, he gave me a reason to laugh. And laughter is probably the best medicine, and he saved my life, literally.
So, and you haven't seen him? You've never met Howard, or?
No, I've called on the phone. The last time I called and got on the air was I used the name Wadman, and he had that guy talking about that book for copy paste bang or whatever, and I talked to him just for a few minutes. But years ago, when Sutter and John was working here, and that was years ago. I'd say 10 years ago, or no. About 10 years ago, I got on the air, and thanked him. But
now it's face to face. Probably means a lot more.
Yeah. Being unemployed is really hurt, and being a stay-at-home dad has aged me, with this little child. So.
All right. So needless to say, this is a pretty big day for you.
Very big day. This is the biggest.
All right.
By far. I'm very nervous. I walked around, and 1 o'clock I was up.
All right, man. We'll see you in there. Have fun today.
Thank you.
Hey, there's a guy downstairs who's been trying to get up here. Wants to thank us for something.
What?
I don't know, but Ronnie said.
You're indulging this?
Ronnie said we should indulge it because the guy's been there for like 3 days.
Oh.
Wanting to thank us for something.
Can he have a pass to the bathroom as well?
I don't know. Ronnie better hold him down, though.
Do you think Ronnie can handle this guy?
I don't know.
He must have checked out or sized up that.
You check this guy out or what? Hey, how you doing, man? What do you want to thank us for? I don't even know. Go ahead. Hi, John.
Hi, Howard.
What's going on here?
I have a website called thankhoward.com.
Now, I already like that.
And
Yeah.
I'm very, 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 very nervous. I've listened to you for.
Did you pat this guy down, Ronnie? Okay, good. All right.
Should be handcuffed.
All right, good. You're making me nervous. Maybe you're nervous, but I'm more nervous. All right. We don't have much time, so I want to.
Yeah. So years ago, I was engaged to a girl I loved, and she passed away. Now, I've listened to you before then, and you, like, the morning is the most important part of the day, sets you on your ways, and you've always made me laugh. Laughter is the best medicine, and you've really saved my life because I really had no reason to laugh in the morning.
I don't understand what happened. What happened to the? You were engaged to a girl, or
yeah, and she had a rough life. And she committed suicide.
Right.
And
you were in love with her.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Right.
She was definitely my soulmate. And that
how many years ago was this?
17 years ago.
Oh.
Where'd you meet this girl?
Around the neighborhood.
And you guys were lovers? You were engaged?
Oh, yeah, we lived together.
And she killed herself. How'd she kill herself?
OD suicide.
Overdose suicide.
Yeah, she had multiple personalities, and she had a really hard time in life.
Now, how long ago did she kill herself?
17 years ago.
Oh.
So we cheered you up during that time?
And everything else that happened to me in life, yeah.
What else happened to you?
Well, I got into another relationship, and she ripped up the pictures of all my...
of your old girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's harsh, but every morning, I got to listen. I'm unemployed now. I'm a stay-at-home dad. It's rough.
So you ended up getting married?
Yes.
Right.
But now I'm
divorced.
Married. No, I'm married for. It's going to be 4 years in October.
All right.
And I met this girl. She's really nice. She was a nanny, and.
So what are you thanking me for exactly? Making you laugh?
Helping me live. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good stuff. That's good for people to hear.
You know what? And
I get shit all the time.
And like back when you were getting the crap from the religious right activists and all that stuff, I'm thinking they don't make me laugh.
Right. They're fuckers.
Oh, you'll never
They
laugh
are.
if they get in charge.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Trust me, laughter's off
And
the
it'll
table.
be outlawed.
And it's, and all the crap you've gotten, and it's like, excuse me, you make people laugh.
Well, there you go. Thank you, man. Well, you're a good man.
Thank you.
And
But
thank you for
things are
saying that.
going relatively well for you now?
Yeah, I'm just really nervous.
Oh,
being
okay.
here. Definitely. I mean, y'all look wonderful. And
Ronnie said you were going to cry when you came in here, but
Well,
you're really
I
not.
see.
Yeah, the guy's
His eyes are
fucking me,
watering.
man. I'm going to throw him the hell
Ronnie
out of
goes,
here.
you got to get this guy in here. He's crying like a baby. out
Dude, the
there.
guy was crying
cried
his
for
eyes out
Ronnie.
down in the lobby.
Ronnie, you know, he's a nice guy,
Maybe,
but
maybe.
What the
we
hell's
should let
wrong with
Ronnie
you?
talk to him.
You fucked me, man. You told me you were going to cry up here.
you know what? People get in here, then they don't cry. Because someone told me you've been crying for 3 days.
He's been crying in the lobby. Everybody's seen him. He comes up here now. He's laughing.
Yeah.
well,
Party's over, pal. Let's go.
All right. But anyway, thank you for saying the nice things.
and I would just like your permission on that website. Is to I'll leave my email address because I want everybody in the studio to write down their thanks to you. I even want celebrities. I'm going to start interviewing celebrities.
All right. Listen, Ronnie, this guy ain't crying.
I know.
I am.
No, well, you were.
Man. Let's go.
All right. But thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for the
know
nice
what?
things.
I'd cry if Ronnie was talking to me, too.
Yeah.
Shoot.
All right. What's your name, John?
Yeah, John.
All right, Johnny. Thanks. All right. Good luck with everything, and we'll go to thankhoward.com. All right. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, take the headphones off.
All right. Thanks, John.
Ronnie,
What?
why are you so pissed,
Guy
man?
bullshitted me.
How so?
You don't see this? You don't see this?
Fucking bullshitted me. Mike.
No, I did not.
So, John, so have you really been crying for the past couple days?
Yeah.
In front of Ronnie?
Well, yeah, when I was downstairs on Thursday.
Bullshit on it, Sal. What do we do to bullshit
Oh,
on it?
no, guys.
And how come you weren't so upset when you were in the studio?
Because
You were more nervous?
I was much more nervous. I'm still shaking, but I can't believe that I was in there.
Fuck me.
And see, I can't even speak right. I'm having a very hard time with this, but it's amazing, and I'm glad I thanked Howard in person, though.
Ronnie says to me, I said, Ronnie, we're running late. He goes, listen to me. I never tell you what to do. There's a guy down there 3 days.
Sure thing.
He guy's sobbing, hysterically crying. He goes, this guy's a home run. I go, but you know what? We're having a good show. Don't worry about it. Everything's cool.
Maybe you'll come back tomorrow
Yeah,
when
right.
nothing's going
And I've already blown this off for 2 days. He says, listen to me. Get this guy in there now. The guy's going crazy. He's crying. And DePace saw him crying. Everything.
Well, I hope they got it on tape somewhere. He certainly didn't do it.
So, you saw John come in. He does have a sad story, but he was completely composed. Right. He had he was just, had nice things to say. Don't get me wrong.
I didn't want to say anything, but when you start with, somebody died 17 years ago.
Right.
Listen.
And you got a family now.
Ronnie booked that. That was Ronnie's call. It was the wrong. I should never listen to Ronnie. I never, ever listen to Ronnie, and I did this one time.
I was like, when did your...
He goes, you gotta listen to me. There's a guy out there bawling. He's bawling.
50 relationships since
Fucking guy's crying like a bitch
He
down
comes
there
in here.
Thursday.
Okay, he was a little teary-eyed, but he was hardly bawling.
Eyes were wet, but
Yeah.
you couldn't tell.
John, do you feel bad for getting Ronnie in trouble?
I feel very
Ronnie
bad.
knows how to book the show, I'll tell you that. Gary, how'd I get hijacked into that?
On Thursday, it was like 10:15, and he said the guy was like bawling. And then he went up to me again this morning, and I thought to myself, well, if the guy was crying on Thursday and he's crying this morning, and I was like, I can get him to cry.
Man, you fucked me on that. I'm
Dude,
never listening
I know.
to you
I'm
again.
sorry.
Wow.
I mean, ask Ross. Ross was on Thursday. Ross walked into the lobby down at.
Ross is mad at the show because we won't let him shit in here.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
He's trying to sabotage
He
me.
walked in the lobby. We were in the main lobby downstairs.
Yeah.
And this guy was bawling his eyes out. And Ross came to me and goes, "What's happening with this guy?" I go, "He's trying to thank Howard."
Yeah.
Now he's out there. He's fucking laughing. The
Yeah,
asshole.
great. Fucker.
Douche.
But, dude, you fucked me.
No, I didn't fuck you. He fucked me. He fucked you.
This was more boring than your auto show.
Yeah, he fucked
Book him on. Hey, do me a favor. Book him on your auto show.
Yeah, okay, I don't have one.
Good. That's why. He goes, you got to have this guy in here. Man.
Ronnie, fucked him.
Where is he? Why is he
there.
sitting here? Get him out of here. Come on, Mike. On delay. Show him to the door, please. You're done.
Thank you anyway.
Guy crying like a motherfucker down there Thursday. This way. This
All right, John, right that way.
This way. Have a good trip back to Pennsylvania.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Dude. You fucked up, man. That was bad. You were talking about him all day on Thursday.
Dude, the guy fucked
Today.
me over.
You're crying now.
You let him down.
You know Ronnie always makes the wrong call.
Well, you're the one who's following his lead.
Because sometimes I'll even ask Ronnie, like, what's going on with this person and that person. He tells me his theories, and I realize Ronnie's always wrong.
He doesn't read anything.
He doesn't read
correctly.
anything right. I think this guy's trying to fuck you here and I listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Ronnie, leave my show alone. Please.
All right, so.
I told him, only stand in the
you
hall.
once.
No more recommendations. Yes, Marianne from Brooklyn.
Howard, you mean all I had to do was come and cry and not put a hazmat suit on at 30 below at 4 o'clock in the morning?
See, now she's mad because she can't get
I'm
out.
not mad. I still have my campaign going. What Howard means to me. Can I give the address again, Howard? Because I'm continuing.
All right.
What is what?
I don't know. She's a bore. I don't let
She's
her.
got a campaign going.
I don't know. This guy has a campaign. Thank Howard.
She's got a campaign. I don't know which to join.
All I know is Ronnie. Ronnie thinks he's the new Gelman. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I know how to book the show. This guy's crying. He's bawling. He goes, he's bawling. Because they came to me on Thursday, the guy was down there bawling. He's been crying all week. I think he's cried out. Gets in, he goes, Howard, 17 years ago, I fell in love with a woman. I'm like, oh, no. And he isn't crying. That was Ronnie's big move. Like, if that had been a home run.
Oh, forget it. He'd have been booking the show full time.
I would have fired Gary and appointed Ronnie the producer. This just confirms my fears. All of my fears. Guy walks in, he's totally fine. Oh, Robin, it's not easy.
Do you think the guy was playing you, or you think like
Dude,
really?
the guy was crying like a baby. And there was real tears and shit were rolling down his face. His eyes were red, everything.
So he wasn't bullshitting you then. He was just.
No, he fucked me when he got up here.
He just got really nervous.
He said to me this morning, he said, don't worry when I get up there, I'm going to break down, blah, blah, blah. What do you want? I threw him the fuck out of here.
I wanted to clear his website.
He just catch him at the elevator. Fucking douchebag.
Maybe you should leave the guest booking to Gary and Will.
Dude, no, they sent me downstairs to check the guy out. He called up here. Gary said, go down and check him out. So I went down and checked him out.
Yeah, and you gave him the stamp of approval.
Oh, God, the guy was crying like a fucking girl. He's crying worse than your girlfriend cries when you fucking tell her you're leaving her. Come on, man. I wouldn't fuck him over like that.
Pete, last time you were on, boy, you generated a lot of email, but mostly negative. People were upset with you.
I'm very used to that, Howard.
Right. All right.
The reason, here's a theory that I've come up with. I'm not in a great mood today, so I'm going to make this call real quick. The reason that you want to retire from radio is the same reason that Artie attempted suicide. Well, hear me out here. It's because it's the daily routine that you go through that Artie was going through. You both had high-profile jobs making a lot of money, and it's something that you could never, with a clear mind, say, I'm going to leave. I'm going to give up the big money. How could you do that? It was so hard
Pete,
to get.
I'm going to tell you you're 100% wrong. You want to know why? I'll tell you the real reason. Now, this gets a little complicated, but what the hell? All we have is time here, right, Robin?
Sure.
Right, okay.
What are we going to do for the next few hours?
Right. Your theory is that I'm depressed from my daily routine.
You've been doing it for 30 years on the radio. Every week, you have to go in front of America, in front of people. And that's something that you're trapped. You have other things you'd like to do in your life. There's other adventures as a human being that you want to do, but that radio and your career and the money that you make has held you back from.
Well, all right, Pete, let me tell you the truth. I am a guy who loves routine. See, that's what you don't know, and Robin knows this about me. I am a very routine guy, to the point that when I'm not in a routine, I get very uncomfortable.
Do you know how a baby needs to take its nap at the same time every day? And if not, the baby's cranky and uncontrollable?
Did you have to go to that analogy? But Robin is right. Pete, routine is the best thing for me. And having a place to go every day is very, very important to me. I could never have been an actor or somebody with a loose kind of schedule. Even a salesman.
Freelance is not for him.
Even a salesman who works on commission. It would be a very difficult thing for me not to know that I was, not getting a paycheck. I didn't know. It would be very difficult for me. I like routine. So let me tell you what my problem is. My problem is, like a child, as Robin compares me to a baby, and she's right. I want everything. I want to do everything. It's not that I don't want to be here. I want to be here, but I also want to be somewhere else. I'm one of these guys that can't, I can't be happy where I am. When I'm here, like Beth today is doing something fun, I want to go be with her, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. So there's too many things that I'm into that I like doing. So it's not my daily routine. I need a daily routine. But I'm one of these guys that wants to grab onto everything. But part of growing up is learning you can't have everything. If I'm here, it means I've got to turn down other things.
But then why would you want to retire if this is something that's a part of the natural part of your life, going on the radio every day, 4 days a week?
Believe it or not, I take the radio so seriously that the pressure of doing a good show every day gets to me. It is a lot of pressure for me.
And that is my point right there, Howard. That's what I'm saying. The pressure.
All right.
You're being confined. You're being held down. This pressure.
No, I don't feel held down. It's the pressure, though, to please my audience. And at this point, it's only about the audience. It's not about anything else. I don't have to sit and get ratings every day and all of that. But it's the same kind of idea. Ronnie said he was listening to Bubba. Bubba in Richmond had a 0.0 rating, and he was going berserk. And I understand that how horrible that is.
Oh my God! Yeah, how's he getting up this morning?
I don't know. And here he's doing well in other markets, but
that's going to be his focus.
Right. He's focusing on that and having a freak out session, and I get it. And at the same point, even though I don't have to sit and really worry about what the audience thinks anymore, or this or that or the other thing, I still take this obligation, this job very, very seriously, probably too seriously. And it eliminates a lot of the fun. In fact, I get on the air every day like I'm a beginner, like it's the first time I'm doing it. Like, oh my God, I got to prove to the world I'm good enough.
It's not funny. It's not fun.
Right. Right, Billy.
Okay, well, what about Artie? Don't you feel that was the reason that it was so dramatic for him?
No. I think Artie's got real deep-seated problems. I mean, you're talking about a guy who did something terrible to himself. And Artie is in a different kind of...
I think the show had something to do with the suicide attempt, though.
Now stop it.
By the way, the suicide attempt was when we were off, and Artie was off already for a couple of weeks. So,
He didn't have to come in here every day.
I mean, the smart thing to do is to do it while we're working. He was off.
The reason that he tried killing himself because he was so lost that he was going to give up such a great job and give up so much money and everything that he couldn't believe that he was able to do that to himself. So he said, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to kill myself.
I don't think you're on target with that at all. And by the way, I don't even know what drove Artie to get into that kind of shape. But, he's been suffering for a long time. His addiction's been a real problem. He chronicled it in a book. He spoke about it here many, many times. Artie had also tried to kill himself when he was at Mad TV. He wrote about that in his book, if you remember. So I don't know that it's this routine. I think Artie's got some bigger issue. It's not work, per se. I mean, Mad TV, as demanding as it wasn't this show. It was a different kind of work. Lots of people go to work every day and feel pressure, but they don't get driven to that extreme. And certainly in my life, I have felt that kind of pressure coming up in radio, but I never, ever would sit there and go, oh, my God, I'm ending it all because I can't take the pressure. It's just not in my makeup. So I think you're talking about a much deeper problem for Artie. You're not talking about...
So I'm off base completely.
You're being too simplistic today.
Yeah, I think you're on target with a couple of things with me, but not with the Artie analogy.
Well, I talked to the satellite radio customer service guy, and I signed up for a lifetime subscription. And what he told me, an Indian guy, he guaranteed that you're going to return because he said you have nowhere else to go. He didn't say that in a negative way. He just said you're not going to terrestrial. That's not really an option. You don't want to be censored. The only place for you to be on the radio is Sirius satellite radio.
So the guy who takes your order?
He knew. The guy from India? Yeah, I think I think we outsource it, like most companies to India. And a lot of people tell me
Hello?
This is Haji. I mean, Kevin.
Look, I do believe that Howard Stern will be back.
Where is he going to go?
And Robin has some nice cans.
He reminds me of Mahatma Gandhi.
They had to shoot him to take him out.
That's right. He's going to just sit there.
No, Indira Gandhi.
He reminds me of Mo Gandhi.
Or Monty Gandhi.
Wow. No kidding.
Auntie, too, at the same time.
Well, that's a pretty good rap that guy has.
I love it. We got to call him and see what you're doing.
So that's nothing. He doesn't have any inside information.
No, I don't think the guy in India does, but I like that he's speculating.
So do you think Artie is laying in bed and listening to the show every day and hearing everything that's going on?
This is Mo Gandhi. Yes, I believe Artie is in bed right now listening.
What else is he going to listen to?
And I told you a year ago when you called up, Pete, that Howard would get married. And I was right. I told you he's got nowhere else to go, even with the ladies. He's lucky to get this one. So, I am right.
Jim Carrey and Jenny McCarthy are not going to last.
3 times I was right. Howard got married. Howard is going to stay right here. And
Artie is listening.
Artie is listening in the bed.
And Buzz Aldrin will be eliminated from Dancing with the Stars.
And don't forget, I know your real name, Pittsburgh Pete, so don't try to fool with me.
So you're okay. I mean, but I look at it as who is telling these Indian guys what to say? That's coming from the top, and who's at the top telling them? Is Karmazin?
Yep, Mel, believe it or not, flies to India once a week.
Mel Gandhi.
Let me look at the bullet points.
I wasn't going to reveal this, but Mel Karmazin, they call him the Great White Jew over there in India. He flies in on a magic carpet. And he instructs these Indian guys what to say.
Because it has to be a common question. I'll get a lifetime subscription if I know Howard's coming back for at least another 5 years. And they're ready to answer that question. As soon as he answered it, I signed up.
Yeah,
so it worked.
They have a book, I believe, and they go like this. You go, hold on 1 second. Howard's done. He is not going anywhere. What the hell did he know?
I've got that page dog-eared.
Most question is like this. Who knows? I mean, that's crazy stuff. I mean, I've heard other things like guys in customer service saying stuff about me. For a while, they were asking people to answer a survey.
Oh, yeah?
About whether they would cancel if I left.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that was going on for a while, and I kind of complained. I said, what is going on over there? Like, do you survey about Oprah or anyone else? So, I don't know. Then I heard it stopped. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really care if they want to survey. I mean, that's their right as a company to survey. But it just seemed kind of weird to my audience because a lot of people were calling in going, it was kind of weird. They go, I got a survey.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't know much about it. And I don't know what would possess a guy in customer service to say that I have nowhere else to go.
Is that written in the book, actually?
I mean, he might be right, but...
He said that in a positive way. The only place to be is Sirius, and that's a big part of you and all that. I don't know. I signed up for it.
Hey, he convinced you.
I wish you had taped that. I would have loved to have heard that.
Listen, Howard is a loser like you, Pete. He has nowhere to go, and you have nowhere to go. So I believe you should sign up for a lifetime. And according to my religion, you will have 8 lifetimes. I believe in reincarnation, and even this lifetime subscription for your next life will be carried over. So there you go.
You will come back as a Boston Terrier.
And you will have your lifetime subscription. And take it from me, Leroy.
Here's my credit card.
Right. And listen to this beautiful music. This is from Indian Idol.
You give rich customer service.
First you put the plastic in your suitcase, then you light your shoes on fire.
All right.
Oh, can you tell us what's going on with Artie? Speak to us honestly a little bit. What's really happening?
You want to know something? I don't know. I told you everything I know. I spoke to Artie.
What about where you're coming from? Would you take him back if he was able to come back?
Listen, I love Artie. Artie's the best. And I guess, hey, listen, this is such a discussion about how Artie is feeling and how Artie is doing. And I mean, I would have no idea. You would need a doctor to tell me what was going on with my man.
Stuff that I've read, they say that people can't even see straight until maybe about 6 months, and then even a year after that.
Yeah, Pete, I don't know what's going on with him, and listen, it's a private matter with the family at this point. Okay. And Artie has called me, and we've spoken, and I called him once, and he called me once, and he sounded really in good spirits when I spoke to him. He said he was making a good recovery, and I was really happy to hear from him. And I think I think the world of him. I think he's just a wonderful guy.
He needed to get away from you.
Maybe he did. Maybe
that's something he's going to have to live with, Pete.
No, I told him to leave.
You did?
I told him to
Gandhi?
leave. Yes, I told him to leave.
You predicted.
I predicted that Artie would do something nasty to himself and would have to leave. But you will stay.
Yeah, because I have nowhere to go.
Right.
You'll stay. I like that.
Howard has nowhere to go.
Howard has nowhere to go.
If I was you, I would bet on a lifetime.
But Pete, why would you want to say Howard was responsible?
I'm not saying Howard's responsible, but I think Artie was so warped, so overly excited that he was a part of the Howard Stern show that, and the money, oh my God, he lost his mind. He had a drug problem. We all know what happened with Artie.
Yeah, but then how do you figure Mad TV he lost his mind? So
same thing. That was an achievement at the time for himself, too, to be on Mad TV. And he felt like maybe he wasn't as funny anymore. He was on the show for years, on your show. And he wanted to go out the right way, and that wasn't a suicide attempt. And if he wants to come back to comedy in 2 years from now, people are going to show up because they want to see the crazy Artie who tried killing himself.
Oh, gee.
Wow. It's all a marketing plan now.
Long term, I see what you're saying.
That's a long way to go for a marketing plan. Hey, Pete, I got to run, okay?
All right, have a good day.
All right, you too.
He's so funny because he said that he was going to be quick today because he wasn't in a good mood.
Sounded like the same mood he's always in.
By the way, Buzz Aldrin was kicked off of Dancing with the Stars.
All right.
So
that's fair.
They can get back to dancing now.
Man's a hero.
And that's what everybody has to say. Well, he's still a hero.
But he is. That's not.
He legally changed his name to Buzz.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I heard that.
What's his real name?
The newscasts. Melvin or something.
Fred.
I think it's like Edwin or something.
Fred hates his name.
Yeah. Let me see what Buzz.
Yeah, that was. I heard that on the wrap-up show. They were saying to Fred one day. I think Benji was questioning him. It was actually kind of interesting. He said, "Fred, you have a name. Your name is legally Eric now. What do you tell you? What?
It's Edwin.
Buzz.
Oh, Buzz.
Yeah.
Edwin's a horrible name. I'd want to be Buzz. I'd legally change my name too. But Fred hates the name, so he changed his name to Eric. And so Benji said to him, "Hey, Fred, does your daughter know about Eric? And does she call you? Does she know that you're Eric or Fred or?"
What does she think? Yeah, your name
is. And but Fred was like answering kind of in a belligerent way, and Benji got scared and backed. I never heard Benji back off before, but he did. Like, he couldn't get a real straight answer out of it. Because Fred was like, you know what, Benji? You want to know? Why don't you ask my daughter?
I don't think I said that.
No, but, it was like one of those weird kind of...
No, well, Benji always asks with that weird look on his face, and he's just trying to be controversial.
But Benji has a weird look on his face.
But he always does that.
He can't help it.
Every time I've gone on the wrap-up show, he's always said something, and it wasn't even just that, where you'll be having a conversation, and in the middle of it, there's like this roadblock that goes up. And it's Benji's words. It's like it just goes up, boom. So wherever you're going, this is where I want it to stop. You must stop. You must pay attention to me. You must look at me.
Yeah, Gary.
GP2 in red is the actual clip. It was John and I agreed after the show that for whatever reason it was very uncomfortable.
Well, I was uncomfortable.
I could tell.
I know, but I don't know why. What is the big deal? Here it is.
Hey, what does your kid know your name as?
Dad.
But I mean, are you at home? Like, if she said, Daddy, what's your name?
She calls me Fred.
Okay,
it's Daddy. Me.
But have you told her both names?
She's aware of my names, yes. But she calls me Fred. She calls me Daddy.
But did you sit her down and say, like,
I'm going
Daddy
into
has...
this? No, I don't want to go down this road, Benji. I just don't. We've already answered the questions. I know. It's like, Dude.
I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, it's just like, did you ever sit down and say, hey, daddy has two names?
Benji, she's 7 years old.
So she's too young to go over that?
She's too young to go
So
through
what
that
age will you tell her
conversation.
that daddy has two names?
I've already told her that.
That's a funny question.
I'm legally changing my name to Dirty Sanchez. I wish, like in my radio career, if I had given myself a fake name, it should have been Dirty Sanchez. You know how big my career would have been?
Not any bigger than it is now.
Really? Hi, this is the Dirty Sanchez show.
But
In fact, you might not have gone anywhere.
But you wouldn't have to even do anything. Just have the name. It's cool.
Such a great name. Hi, I'm Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah,
with you.
Dirty Sanchez is a guy who spins records.
Yeah, but that would have been cool. Like when I was at WRNW, like Meg was such a big star, and this guy Joe from Chicago was on there, and I would have been Dirty Sanchez. Hello, I'm Dirty Sanchez. I'm here to play a new record by the Ramones. Dirty Sanchez. That's a good name. I bet you there'll be a radio guy in the future named Dirty Sanchez.
I don't think there'll be radio in the future.
I mean, you think that's ending, huh? Could be. But I understand Benji's question because, like, my dad, I'm not sure what my dad has two names, and I'm not sure what they are.
Really?
Well, there's Ben. He's another name?
Is he William?
No. It's a weird thing. You see, my dad and I don't really talk about stuff that much, but I think his legal name is Bernard.
Oh.
And
why did I say William? I don't know.
But there's something weird going on where his mother, it was an immigrant, obviously, and I think she wanted it. See, my dad's told me the story 10 times, and I still don't get it. Like, it's, again, like Fred, you never speak about it. His mother went, and on the birth certificate, they wrote down Bernard.
Mm-hmm.
I think my dad's theory is that they wanted to call him Benjamin, but they couldn't understand his mother when they wrote the name on the birth certificate.
Benjamin and Bernard don't sound anything alike.
But they used to call him Beryl because they were from Europe, and Beryl is Ben. And my mother calls him Beryl, and
Beryl.
But then there's Bernard on his birth certificate, but then he's Benjamin.
It almost sounds like Shemp's story.
I don't know.
I forget what Shemp's real name is.
Right.
But
I'm just
they
telling
couldn't
you.
pronounce it.
And I don't know if my father's name was supposed to be Benjamin or his name is supposed to be Bernard. It's some weird fucking thing that goes on, and I don't know.
But Beryl is Ben. It's not Bernard or
Beryl
Benjamin.
is Ben in Yiddish.
Oh.
I think. So I don't know. There's just a lot of names being thrown around. But I think my dad's Bernard.
Okay.
But everything on his documents, everything's Benjamin.
Really?
Yeah.
Did his mother have an accent?
Oh yeah.
That's why. Because
his father barely spoke English when he died.
Wow.
And I just knew a few words. You know.
But if she was saying Beryl
I don't know. My mother calls him that.
when she was trying to tell the people in the hospital his name.
I don't know. I don't know what went down, but it's like Fred. No, you see, my mother went to the hospital, and they said Ben, but I think they said Bernard. And I don't know. I fog out. I've tried to get the story a million times.
Well, Beryl could have become Bernard.
I don't know. I don't know what's
I
happening
guess.
there. He's got 87 names, too, like Fred.
They couldn't write at all? They couldn't write this down?
I don't know.
Although, have you ever tried to have, well, you want to talk about a discussion, like nobody can understand why I changed my name, et cetera, et cetera. Fine. But can anybody understand why Benji will not tell anybody his birth date?
I think with him it's shtick.
I don't know. It's like you can't get it out of him. And the other thing is you can't mention a certain relative of his. I was just having a conversation with him one day, and it wasn't on the air, and it wasn't to be goofy or anything like that.
Right.
And I was asking him, by the way, did this relative ever talk to you about, I was actually going to ask him about this relative in UFOs, but it was like, did you ever meet this relative? And he went, I don't want to talk about that. And
What
he
is
was being
that,
serious.
Benji? I don't even know about that.
It's like if you say this name, he starts to freak out and he melts.
It's one of the all-time great bits that you do. Whenever you want to shut Benji up, you say the name. It's like Balfour.
Good. Give me.
It's like slowly I turn.
Well, give me the name because I want to shut him the fuck up.
Because I don't want to say that to Benji, but Benji, sits there and tries to like tweak me, and yet there's something is so innocent.
Benji, what's going on with that? Is that a shtick?
No.
I've explained it.
No, you haven't.
Well, how come
You
you
never
want,
explained
Then
it.
why do you want Fred to explain his names if you won't explain this?
And I've explained my names more than you've explained your relative.
What's the deal? Benji.
I can't talk about it.
Oh, this is so acting. You're being an asshole.
It is, Howard. It is.
Benji, what's going on?
This is Benji shtick.
But Howard, it's like even when the microphones are off.
Now he's crying.
No, I'm not crying.
What are you doing?
There's nothing going on. We've talked about this a million times.
Just tell me. I don't want to know the name. Just tell me what is going on. You have a relative that you're upset with?
No.
Did he do something to you?
No, this person is actually very, very illustrious.
So can't you talk about
And
it?
by the way, Howard, there's no proof that this person is related to Benji. That's the funny part.
Oh, I see.
There's a person that's really famous that has the same last name as Benji, and when you talk to Benji about it, he goes, "I don't want to get into it."
But why wouldn't you want to get... Did he do something bad to you?
No one did anything bad to me.
But normally if you
And
don't
he'd
want
be someone if he
let
would-
me ask him. What normally when you don't want to speak about someone, something did he molest you or something?
Oh, absolutely. No. Absolutely not. And I want to make it clear because people think that this person is my dad. So I'm very close with my dad, and I love talking about him. I love talking to him.
So who is this person that they're talking about? Who is he? Who is he to you?
I cannot discuss it at all, and
Fine,
I've
but
said
who
that
is he to
before.
you?
I
Is
said
he
it shouldn't even be brought up on the air. I've told you that before.
Is he in fact a relative?
I told you before. It should not be brought up on the air.
Well, I'm not bringing it up on the air.
Well, we're on the air right now.
No, we're not.
It shouldn't be brought up.
I'm in a commercial break.
Then you guys can talk about it to yourself if you, and you guys can.
No,
deal
but I'm
with
not
whatever-
mentioning. In other words, what I'm saying is, in all reality, I'm not mentioning anybody's name. I'm saying this cousin of yours.
No.
Grandfather.
Is he a cousin?
I'm not going to discuss it
So
at
in other
all.
words, is this a bit?
I'm not discussing.
Even with his birthday, I asked him, "What are you doing?" And by the
Well,
way, the
yeah,
guy,
he announced that it was his birthday a few weeks ago, and everybody's congratulating him, giving him a happy birthday message, and it's not his birthday.
yeah, and I said to him, "So why did you say it was your birthday?" And he was just like, "I can't talk about it." It's bullshit, right? The relative's name is Wink Martindale. So what's the big deal?
Are you kidding?
That's right.
I was on Tic-Tac-Toe.
No, it's not.
I can
Wink
shed some
Martindale.
light on this, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's one of Benji's, actually sort of brilliant bits. It's a guy who has the same last name as him. He never says they're related, but he implies it.
Right, so they're not related.
Right, whenever you bring it up, the guy has done some great work in a scientific area. Benji implies that talking about it is dangerous. It's almost like Roswell. It's very, like that sort of thing.
So it's one of Benji's shticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I got to tell you, Howard, it could be 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
We could be drunk as shit. It could be just me and Benji, and he'll still do this.
Right. Well, good for him. He gets pleasure out of being. That's his Andy Kaufman thing. All right, I get it now. All right, I will never bring it up because you know what? It's stupid. It's going nowhere. It's silly, Benji. Channel your energies into some good bit that we could put on the air, not some bullshit that you carry on in front of people.
I didn't tell you to bring it up.
No, come on. Stop it. Well, here's what happened. Somebody saw the same last name as yours on this guy, and all of a sudden you just, instead of saying, look, I don't know who the guy is, I've never...
No, I actually think he brought it up.
No, the guy's not related. So, and now he went...
I know what I'll do.
Yeah, I mean, stop it. I know you. I bet a lot of money that that's exactly what's going on. I wouldn't hesitate to bet the money. That's how well I know you. You're being silly. It's just a waste of time. I don't give a fuck about this guy and if he's related to you. I don't care. I just want to know why you waste your time with bullshit. Who cares? Be the man. Step up. Put it into your work, not into your bullshit life. I never joke around in real life. Never. Never. You know why? It's a waste of time.
You're right.
It's not on the air. The air is what matters. Here, this right now is what matters. I don't joke about my birthday because you know what? Who cares? Only here it matters. You understand. Who is wasting his time joking around?
He's doing
Shtick for
shows
no one.
for one person at a
Right.
time.
I see on the Facebook page, constant shtick.
I know.
For 3 people. Why would you waste your time?
Hey, Howard.
That's where I'm real. That's where I'm sensitive. I posted a beautiful thing on Facebook one time about a dog who's feeding a bunch of kittens. I don't have to make jokes. Well, here I make the joke.
Is breastfeeding the kittens?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. But I don't know why you're so anti-Facebook. It's a fun thing.
No.
He's not anti-Facebook. He's anti-you.
Yeah, I don't like you.
All right.
You're writing that you ran out on a bill at Cafe Belode.
Yeah.
Oh, that was because Robin said she didn't tip her driver.
I know that, but I really didn't.
But why would you joke? Do jokes here.
Well,
get him the thing and make a phony phone call like he used to. You made that funny call to that old woman. It was terrific. That's where you joke. That would this relative. There's no relative. I know there's no relative. I know it's a guy with the same last name as yours, and that's what's going on.
And you have no story.
And you have no story, so you put that weird face on when we bring it up. I saw the whole shtick already. It's boring. It's not worth it for two people.
I'm not trying to.
Yes, you are. You originally brought up the guy's name.
He did.
Yeah, I know you did. Listen. I got you pegged, pal. I wish you were my son, so I could straighten you out.
I'm very close with my dad. I love that.
Well,
he's my dad.
He's not the good dad for you. I'm the better dad. I'm your better father.
No, you're not.
You're goddamn right I am. My father wouldn't tolerate nonsense.
You're a great.
This is nonsense.
Great person to work with, but you're
full of nonsense and waste of time. You're a talented guy. I told you that. I've sat with you privately. Told you you're talented. But you waste a lot of energy.
I thought you told me privately I'm a waste of time.
No. I told you on the air you're a waste of time. Here's where I'm real. No, seriously, Benji, you got talent, but don't waste your time. Don't waste everyone's time with the nonsense.
Guys, Howard, if you care, the guys have been sending me notes. I guess the guy in question, again, whose name we won't say, was involved in alien autopsies during the Eisenhower administration.
Oh, so it's a whole thing. Okay.
Which turned out to be a hoax.
I can't talk about it because Benji's from another planet. That's the real secret. I believe that. That I understand. Listen, you're a talented young guy. Get out there and light the world on fire. Stop with nonsense.
Howard, just one more thing, because the stuff keeps coming in. That we got that off Wikipedia. Some people think that Benji actually created the Wikipedia page.
Yeah,
Of course he
that
did.
would make sense.
Yeah, of course he did.
Oh, look at what the
That's
nonsense.
funny.
It's funny, but it's what?
I know
it's funny to two people.
You know what? It's like the guy who wrote the book from a white to a Negro. It's like, who's going to buy this?
Exactly. It was a big waste of time.
Right.
All right. That's enough with Benji. I'm sorry. I see it's 7:28, an hour and 28 minutes have gone by, and I haven't taken a break. And I really have to get to one. Patrick, what is it, please?
Hey, yeah, am I on?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just I'm wondering how good of a writer Benji can actually be. I've never actually heard him say anything funny ever. So
No, he's a funny writer. He writes stuff for me behind the scenes. He does stuff. He's good. He's a funny guy. Trust me. I got a lot of faith in Benji. He wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't. But he does waste a lot of time.
Yeah, I just never
with nonsense. But that's parenting. He needed parenting.
I had parents, and I still do, and I'm really.
I understand you do, but they're too lenient with you.
They messed up.
They messed up, is what we're trying to say. They're good. They're good people who sometimes bad things happen to good people.
I don't.
And you'd be the bad thing.
Listen, I have faults, but every fault is not from your parent. I don't think.
No, but in your case, it is.
Hey, Benji. So, here, hold on. Hold up for a second. Why won't you talk about this? Benji, hold up. Can I talk to you for a sec?
Not about that. And listen, I fucking like you, man. So just keep it good.
No, I don't want to upset you. I have to follow up on this. But why won't you talk about it? Benj. Can I come in?
Yeah, but I don't. All right, fine.
What are you laughing about?
If you talk to me about anything, listen, it's like so stupid. Like I don't want to make a big deal about it anymore.
But why? What is it about this person that upsets you so much, or just bringing it up gets you so upset?
I'm not upset about it one bit. Okay. No story.
You obviously are, because this isn't the normal Benji we see every day. Your whole demeanor changed when this was brought up.
Just be quiet for 1 second so I can let the stream start. Don't film my cock.
No, I'm not.
It's big when it's hard, but it's just not. I just gotta relax. Here it comes. It's coming. And if you don't shoot the peep, it's very yellow for the thing vitamin B. It's right there.
Dude, that was fucking great, man. That fucking. You know that relative?
Come on.
What? Tell me. Here's what I don't know. Come here. I gotta ask you one question. Now, look, seriously. What I want to know about him, forget him, but why would it be an issue? Like, let's say you're related to Hitler. Like, what? Why would someone come after you?
Dude,
it doesn't make sense to me. That's the part I don't want to know. Like, if he was the worst person, was he a good person or bad person?
Hey, Benji, quick question. Seriously,
dude.
Benji. Does this involve people that work on a military base that allegedly doesn't exist?
What's the name? Don't worry about them. What's the name? Just tell me. Tell me in my ear. Remember that time you told me... Wait, hold on. Remember that time you told me the name and I never said it? I'll whisper in the ear. I'll whisper the name in the ear. Right? I kept that. So give me this name.
Dude.
Give us the name. Is he dead? I know what it is. I'm gonna say the name. I'm gonna say it.
Come on.
It's Dr. Mengele. It's Dr. Mengele.
That's exactly
Nazi.
Do you think you could be like part of that gene splicing with alien DNA?
Do you think Riley has anything right about what Riley says about the aliens? You know,
the reptilians?
Yeah.
I watch V.
Yeah.
I think it's.
You think he's onto something?
Do you think Riley and Detlef know each other?
Who's Detlef?
Just cut it out.
What's that name that they're saying?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Extra rock? Is that the name?
What are you doing, man?
So you're not going to tell us who this character is?
I don't know who you guys are talking about.
Come on, man. There's someone. It's someone.
All right,
we need to know who it is.
First of all, what's your name?
Chris.
Okay, Chris. Tell me someone that you don't know anything about. Who's someone that you don't know?
You're sure you don't know this person?
Are you sure you don't want to make a comment on someone?
Do
you want to make a comment on someone? Who?
Detlef.
I don't know who are you talking about, man.
So Fred, you got irritated with Benji about his questioning the other day on the wrap-up show.
Yes.
Now, what was it that really got under your skin? Was it the subject matter, or was it that just Benji shtick, and you know that he's doing it on
Probably
purpose?
a little of both. I think I've been on the wrap-up show a few times, so my irritation is kind of like in the past. It's kind of like, why is he doing that? But then again, I'm not listening to the wrap-up show every day. I'm not privy to everything that goes on. I guess this is Benji's thing. I spoke to John Hine about it. John Hine says this is what Benji does. We like it on the wrap-up show. So far be it from me to rain on Benji's parade. If that's how he wishes to conduct his participation in the wrap-up show, then Benji, you have my blessing. More power to you, dude. It's like I'm a big Benji fan. I like Benji. I may not get what you're saying all the time. I may not agree with your comedic route that you're taking.
Exactly. This is my true passion. I actually love gambling even more than movies. Yeah, it's true. It's
really?
True. Yeah.
Nice, man. So excited to be back?
Of course.
It's been a while.
Always happy to be here. I was going to ask to use the guest bathroom, but I think World War III would break out, so I peed in the alley before I got in here.
Smart thinking. All right, man. We'll see you in there.
See you in a bit.
Richard Roper is no longer... Well, they've actually canceled the show, but he left before they canceled.
Yeah.
You best know him as the guy who took over the Gene Siskel role, and Siskel and Ebert and Siskel. He's a critic, movie critic out of Chicago. Good guy. We've gotten to know him over the years. Interesting guy. Bangs a lot of broads. I didn't know that until one of the interviews we did.
Yeah, that was that movie festival we did.
Brought a beautiful girl with him, and I think he gave her the heave-ho.
I know. They're not together anymore.
Yeah.
She was absolutely gorgeous.
Guy's a real cocksman. Got to admit. I give it up to him.
You can't tell a cocksman by looking at him, necessarily.
Guys, are we bringing Richard in, or am I just going to
No, we're just going to talk about him.
Yeah, don't bring him in.
He sits out there.
Don't bring him in. We just want to talk about him. Oh, there he is. Look at this guy. Legendary Coxman.
Thanks, sir.
I was reading the notes with you, and even said one time you were on the show, and I asked you about, like, famous women, if you ever banged them, and I actually mentioned when you banged, but you lied to me and said you didn't bang her.
I don't remember that at all.
You would never lie here.
No,
would
never.
you?
Of course not. I'm just careful where I'm sitting here because you just said, like, Tiger's mistress, like I'm 1 degree of separation away from Tiger.
You got on thick jeans. I wouldn't worry.
Yes, I do.
How you doing?
Great. Good to see you.
Once in a while, I actually get some emails from Roger's wife, Roger Ebert's wife. Yeah, we talk a little bit through the email.
Right.
And it is sort of sad that at the movies,
It's no longer there.
I guess it's a sign of the times. It's like everybody gets movie reviews off the web now, and
Well, I mean, you know, Roger got sick, so he couldn't do the show anymore, and then I did it for 2 years with various co-hosts. And we had some amazing people, guest co-hosts. I mean, like John Mellencamp was on there, which was kind of interesting.
But isn't that annoying to you? Because, you know, you're like a professional critic in the sense that you work for a newspaper, you write about criticism and all that. I mean, was it annoying?
Well, it was surreal in some cases because some of these people came. You know, Kevin Smith was really good. He was a good. Aisha Tyler, she was great. She knew her stuff. And then John Mellencamp was like, you know, that one actress, that young actress, she's really good. What's her name? Like, that's Meg Ryan. Yeah, she probably have a career in the movie.
Yeah, I heard of her.
And then Fred Willard was on there, and he was just, you know, just like the guy he plays in the movies. You know,
Right.
They kind of like, you know.
But Kevin Smith makes sense in the sense that he's a director.
And he wasn't afraid to give his opinion. A lot of these people didn't want to say anything negative because they're in the business. So.
Yeah, right. It's sort of an unwritten rule. You need people to say something negative.
But having John Cougar Mellencamp is sort of like having Ellen on American Idol.
Yeah, but we just did it for 1 week at least. We were smart enough not to do it forever.
What is your game plan now, career-wise? Okay, so the big deal was at the movies.
Right.
That brought you to everyone's attention, including mine.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you're off that show. You left, and you left at the right time before the whole thing just got canned.
Yeah.
So that was good timing. So what is the game plan?
Well, as you mentioned, everyone wants to get their reviews on the internet now, so I'm just doing my reviews straight on camera for my website. You can, richardroper.com. It's as simple as that, because I grabbed that name like 10 years ago.
So you don't work for a newspaper or
No, I
anything
still
like
work
that?
at the Sun-Times
You
in
still work at the
Chicago.
Sun-Times.
I'm doing radio in Chicago.
Now, what is that all about?
What is that? I don't know. You tell me. What is that all about?
I mean, what are you doing on the radio?
Starting in a week. It's a talk show. WLS, it's
like
a
the
big
biggest.
powerhouse in
That's
Chicago.
huge.
Yeah,
And what time are you going to be on?
2 to 6 every afternoon. Ro Khan is the host of the show. He's been on for years, and I'm joining his show as the co-host.
So you will be afternoon drive on WLS.
Yes.
With this guy Ro.
Yes.
And you will work and do afternoon drive.
Right.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it. So there's radio, the column, the books. I do stuff for the Stars channel. I do stuff for the Reels channel, which is a basic cable channel about movies. So I'm actually doing more.
The Reels channel?
Yeah.
And what do you do for them?
Movie reviews, talk about DVDs.
Is this the deal the guys were telling me about where you shoot it out of your house? You're your own cameraman?
That's the stuff I do for my website. Reels, I actually go to the studio and film stuff for
them. And the
them,
stuff for your website, you film yourself giving a review, you put it up on the web, and they pay you for that.
They do.
Good Lord,
they actually
that's a good
pay
deal.
you money. It's a great deal. I mean, you got a nice little setup with the lighting and the sound is all professional, but you only need just one camera. I go see a movie. I come home that night. You turn on the camera. You do the review. I ship it off to the professionals. They edit it, and it's on the site immediately.
Isn't it amazing? You think about radio, and I bet you a lot of guys on radio will be jealous of you because they would give their left arm to be on WLS in the afternoons in Chicago, and here's a guy who did movie reviews, and granted on TV and all that stuff, and all of a sudden you get the afternoon drive
Isn't that great?
slot.
Isn't that great?
It is kind of cool.
But
That's
you're
why
right.
my dad told me never go into radio. Yeah, because some guy's going to come in with no experience
There's
to get a
all
good
these
job.
$1 million guys in Chicago who aren't getting callbacks anymore. He has all these personalities, as you know, terrestrial radio. They've gotten rid of all that.
They have.
And I did radio a million years ago, but the way to become really valuable, it's like the Conan O'Brien thing. When you're not on the air, people think you're great.
Right.
So there was a bidding war between two stations in Chicago. I sat down with one of these guys. I'm like, "Have you ever heard me on the radio?" Nah, that's not important.
Doesn't matter. You got name recognition.
Yeah, you're great. You're great. You'll be great.
But we don't know if you're great, right?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I mean, you're good on this show, so it would stand to reason, though. But this guy wrote. Does he know how to work with you? Is he have a rapport?
He's smart. He's good. He's been doing it for a long time.
Did you
I've been
have
on
a
the show
meeting
lot.
with him? Like go out and have dinner and say, "Gee, I don't know if we like." It's sort of like a crapshoot. When Robin and I were put together, a program director thought we'd be good together, but we at least had a little conversation over the phone to see if we could talk to one another.
No, we've known each other for a long time, and I've been on the show a lot, so there's some foundation there. Now, I guess the key is though, like you guys always talk about, how much do you socialize because you don't want to leave it off the air. You want to have all the best stuff on the air.
That's probably
best. Or you just spill the beans about what happened when you were together off the air.
I'm excited for you. Now, you mentioned Conan O'Brien. Did you write an article about any of that whole late night nonsense?
Of course, everybody did. It was the best material ever, all that stuff.
Are you in the camp that says, hey, Jay didn't do anything bad, or are you in the camp that says Jay's kind of a scumbag?
Well, I'm in the camp. I know all your stuff with Jay, but, Jay's always been really good to me. And in fact, we talked about when Roger got sick, the first guest host we had was Jay. I mean, he did us a real solid there, and he didn't, he was great about it. He's always been good to me. He's had me on his show through the years.
Right.
He continued to have me on even after I left at the movies. He wouldn't have the new hosts on. He'd have me on talking about movies.
Right.
As far as the situation that went on, I mean, I think they all got their talents. I think it's interesting that Conan became like the martyr in this thing because he wouldn't accept going a half hour later with the show, and he gets $42 million. He was never. If all the people who are upset about Conan actually watched Conan, he'd still be on NBC.
That's right. Yeah, it is weird that Conan just didn't get the ratings. But again, why is Jay? And I don't know how you feel about this. When I was fired from NBC, I didn't stick around and hope that NBC would somehow reinstate me.
Right.
I picked myself up, and I went to K-Rock. I went to another station, and I hated NBC, and I wanted to teach them a lesson. It seems no matter what bullshit NBC hands Jay. Jay, you're fired from The Tonight Show for no apparent reason. Maybe we'll give you a show at 10 o'clock. We don't know. 10 o'clock fails. All right, now we'll put you on 11:30. How come the guy doesn't have more pride and say, you know what, listen, they gave that show to Conan. I'm out of here, and let me go start somewhere else.
You have to ask him. I mean, I think he could have gone to 10:30 and gone on Fox, and I think he would have whooped Conan in the ratings going up against him, actually.
At 11:30.
11:30 in New York. Yeah, exactly. I think he actually would have beat him, but that's just the way he does things. He just keeps moving. He's unstoppable, Howard. He cannot be stopped.
This new radio contract you signed, now, is it a contract, or do they just hire you from week to week? How does it work?
It's a real contract.
It's a real contract.
For real money.
For real money. And how long before they know if it's working? You could run into a Conan situation where they don't give you enough time.
Yeah, I think they, in radio now, they get the ratings even more frequently than they used to, right? What did you used to get them, like quarterly or something like that?
Yeah,
and I think they're now weekly or something like that.
Oh, so you'll know pretty soon how things are going.
I suppose so. We'll find out, right?
Now, who did Roe work with? Did they fire somebody?
He was on for years. Of course, you remember Steve Dahl and Gary Meyer were the big team in Chicago for years. And then Gary and Steve broke up, and then Gary was on with Roe.
Right.
But then that split up, and he's just been on with different hosts over the last couple of years.
So now you're
for somebody.
You're the permanent guy.
That's the idea.
All right. We saw on Oprah that Roger Ebert, who you worked with, he now speaks through a computer.
Right.
Have you spoken to the computer voice?
I have not spoken to him since he got the computer voice in his voice. So he used to have like this guy with the British accent or whatever.
Right.
And now I guess they've taken all these recordings of Howard from the years, because of course the show and everything of Roger.
Right.
And it's funny because they said a lot of the stuff from the show they couldn't use because Gene and I would always be interrupting Roger. So they had to find clean bits of tape to use his voice.
But you spoke to Roger when he was speaking through the British voice.
Yeah, and just like a generic voice as well.
How do you do that? You go to his house and he would type to you and you could hear him talk?
Absolutely.
And he's a quick typist.
He's very fast.
Right.
It's interesting because some people talk louder to him, and he's like, I didn't lose my hearing.
Right. So you spoke to the British.
People will write stuff to him, and it's like, I can hear you,
So you spoke to the British voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it weird speaking to Roger as a British citizen?
It's a little
weird,
surreal, but you get used to it. It's still Roger. He still, communicates in the same way as His writing's like better than ever. I mean, he's talking about a machine. The guy, he's a tough guy. He's been through a lot.
He's got a pretty good attitude for a guy who's really been debilitated like that.
Much better attitude than I think I'd have in that situation.
I follow him on Twitter, and he's just all over everything. He's amazing.
He's
in his
a Twittering machine, too. He never stops.
Yeah.
Is he healthy now? I mean, is he done with cancer?
Yes.
He is. He's got a clean bill of health.
I see him at the screenings. He goes to all, that's the other thing, too. He goes to all the movies, not just the ones you think Roger. I mean, he's at like Transformers 7 and all these piece of shit comedies at 7 o'clock with an audience, and I'm like, God love him.
Right.
He sees probably 8-10 movies a week. He's got a film festival coming up in
But it's
Champaign.
sad, Here's a guy who had the gift of gab. He was a tremendous personality. I always loved having him on the show. It's sad, right? I mean, it's hard to be around.
It's tough. I mean, Roger loved to talk and loved to eat. He can't really do either
right now. What does he do? He eats through a tube or something?
A feeding tube.
Good Lord.
But,
how are you doing on the women horizon? You were with the most beautiful woman I ever saw. She's gorgeous. And you gave her the heave-ho. I had no idea the kind of women that you were handling. I really never saw you as a ladies' man.
It's like the Jay Leno approach. You just stick around long enough. You know? Everybody
So who are
else
you
falls
with
by the
now?
waves.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Is she hotter than that other one?
She's beautiful, smart, attractive.
Should have brought her in.
wonderful
I'd
girl.
love to see who you're banging.
I think he
I
wants
wouldn't
to
bring
keep
her in this
that on
county.
Is this one even younger?
DL.
I had her. She's not even in the country.
Will you bring her on your new radio show?
No.
You will not. You're
I
going to
will
keep her
not.
on the down low.
Yeah.
What does she do for a living?
A little of this, little of that.
What does she do for a living?
Little acting.
An actress?
A little bit of
Have we
this
heard
and
of her?
that. No, I don't think so.
What has she been in?
Here and there.
Why are you embarrassed?
I'm not embarrassed, though. I'm just protecting her.
Is it Roger Ebert's wife you're having an affair with? You down?
Yes, it's way out of my league.
You are
let
a
me tell you.
scoundrel.
Way out of my league.
Do you have nude pictures of your new girlfriend on your cell phone? that
Yeah,
I could
sure.
look at?
That's what I just
Show them to
and
me.
I left them in the green room. Is that okay?
Do you ever do anything like that? Do
I'll
you ever,
trade you.
I mean, you have this fame now. Did you ever take nude photographs with your girlfriends or video?
I think people got to be smarter than that these days, right? Because, the problem is, it's like, I mean, I would hope that nobody would do this in my life, but they all like share this stuff, all these text messages and sexting and pictures and
crazy.
video and stuff.
Did you ever try to be a filmmaker yourself? Did you ever try to become a director or a guy who was in the movies?
No.
How
I
did you
never
get
did.
into reviewing movies then?
I mean, I was always writing about movies and for the Sun Times. And when after Gene Siskel died, Roger went through that thing with all those guest co-hosts, and they kept looking for someone. So, I just was on there once, and we had good chemistry, and it just took off from there. I didn't go to school to become a film critic, which I think is kind of bullshit anyway.
See, I thought it was kind of weird when they were mentioning me as a possible replacement for Simon Cowell on American Idol. And they said, "Well, he has no right to sort of judge people." Well, what are you talking about? I mean, I'm in radio. I've been involved with artists. I've put out record albums and things like that. I have the #1 selling album. I mean, what kind of credentials do you need? You don't have to be a filmmaker to judge films, do you?
No, you have the credentials. I mean, you have the best resume in the world to do that job. And I felt the same way. I mean, I've been writing my column. I've been doing critiques of pop culture things, for years and years before I was ever on with Roger. But it's like, I mean, everybody's a film critic. The key is to find someone who will pay you for your opinion. And are you good enough at expressing your opinion in a way that people will go, okay, even though he doesn't like the movie, it sounds like something I'd want to see, or I understand why he doesn't like it, or why this movie is great.
By the way, I read your column where you said my comments were crude, but you defendable that Gabrielle Sidibe. It's true. What I was trying to say, and maybe I said it in a crude way, but you defended it, and I appreciate it. I was trying to say, where do you see obese women getting work in Hollywood? Adam Carolla said to me on the phone the other day, I thought it was the best line. He said, if Gabby Sidibe weighs 340 pounds, it's probably around there. He says, women who weigh 140 pounds don't get work in Hollywood. Forget 340 pounds.
Oh, my God. You gain 5 pounds and you don't get a leading actress role.
Why does it shock people when I say there's no way that she can get work? Hollywood doesn't condone this.
You know what? I think people felt like, first of all, I think a lot of people didn't hear the original comments. Then they hear people talking about it. Half of these people who write about this stuff, they don't hear, or, the classic thing, they say it's taken out of context, but they thought you were just saying, you're making fun of her, and you were saying, no, this is the way it is in Hollywood. And that's what I said in my column. How could you dispute that? I see these romantic comedies every week. It's the same damn movie about the career girl who can't find love. And, here's an example. This movie Valentine's Day that came out, right?
Okay.
Jessica Biel, who has maybe the best body on the planet.
Gorgeous.
She plays a lonely chocoholic in that movie.
Yeah.
That's what a woman who can't get a date on Valentine's Day, and she's commiserating with Jennifer Garner. Those are the people who can't get dates in these movies.
Actually, Gabrielle Sidibe would be terrific in a movie like that, but no one would go see it. No one would pay for it.
Name to Gabrielle Sidibe.
What is her name? Gabourey.
Sidibe.
I don't know her name. I don't even know. I like the movie Precious, but those roles come along once in a million. It's like Ernest Borgnine played Marty, the original sort of heavy guy, couldn't get laid. But, Ernest Borgnine was not a leading man. He eventually
was a great
went
character actor.
A great
so
character
that's where
actor.
he went. Yeah.
And there are roles for character actresses. Somebody like Kathy Bates gets work, but they're never going to have.
Once in a blue moon.
Yeah, they're not getting the career that all the Reese Witherspoons and Julia Roberts had. And I think that was the thing, too, about that. People felt like they were exposed for their hypocrisy, because I thought, and I said this in my column, I thought it got really condescending at the Academy Awards and these other things when all these people kept saying, isn't she beautiful? Like people like Zoe Saldana, who's like the size of a hummingbird. And they're like, oh, Gabby's just free to... And those women, if they gained 5 pounds, would lock themselves in a room and vomit until they lost the weight.
Well, exactly
the best
right.
was Kathy Ireland standing on the run, the red carpet, saying, "You look beautiful tonight."
I don't even know if she even knew who she was talking to.
And talk about somebody who's unqualified. Kathy Ireland was a
Right.
beautiful woman, and she was just. I kept it running. I thought she was going to be like saying, "I'm a cool mom," like in that movie. I'm a cool mom. I know about all the kids. Here's that kid. Here's Zac Efron.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you make the point. It is condescending. I feel because she was an overweight black woman, all of a sudden all these celebrities were gushing and going, "Oh, isn't she wonderful and pretty and beautiful and welcome to our community."
Fraternity.
Yeah, bullshit.
It's like the sorority.
They ain't welcoming anyone into the fraternity.
Like the sorority of like 30 beautiful girls, and they're nice to the fat girl, but they never actually accept her into on pledge day. They're like, "Are you kidding me?"
Well, that was my point, and I think the reason it caused such shockwaves, people wanted to talk about it, and I enabled them to talk about it, but they did it through attacking me. Isn't he a terrible person for bringing her up and saying this and that and the other thing? But you know me, what am I going to do? I weather a storm every week. It constantly happens. All right, you wrote a book. Let's talk about this because I think you have a gambling problem, and you're disguising it with this book.
There you go again.
We talked to him about this, didn't we? While he was doing it.
Didn't you once? I'm talking about before you wrote this book about gambling.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting premise. You said for a solid month, every day I'm going to gamble.
Right.
And I think you wanted to set out to prove that you were going to lose. But you started to win. That was the problem.
Right.
Now, but even before you wrote the book, didn't you in fact once bet? In fact, you won $22,000 at the Belmont Stakes. You bet $600 on a horse that had 35 to 1 odds.
Right.
That doesn't sound like a one-shot deal. It sounds to me like a degenerate gambler who would go around and spend tremendous amounts of money. $600 on a 35 to 1 shot. You weren't just doing that once. You were a gambler, weren't you?
How do you know that? How do you
I
know
have a feeling that you're a gambler.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been interested in the culture, and I've always, played poker and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not sitting there going to Gamblers Anonymous, betting the house and all that stuff, although that's the name of the book, Bet the House.
Bet the House.
Yeah.
So you wanted to prove that what did you want to prove with this
I wanted
book?
to prove.
what is the premise?
What are you proving? What are you doing with this book?
I wanted to prove that I could do anything and get someone to pay me to write about it.
Well, you did it.
No, I think it's first of all, I think that the actual America's pastime isn't baseball or football or basketball. It's gambling.
Right.
We're a gambling-obsessed culture. It's been that way since the beginning of time. But you can do all sorts of gambling, anything from the horse races to the slots to March Madness and all that. So I just wanted to explore that and do different types of gambling.
You're making a very good point. Because people always have this argument. What is America's pastime? Is it baseball or football? And your point is everything you can gamble on makes it America's sport.
Do you think if they were able to actually ban all betting, do you think people would care about the Super Bowl as much as they do? March Madness, everybody filling out the brackets. The game was last night. Duke won, but they didn't cover the spread. And people who bet on Butler and took the 6.5 points, they don't give a shit that last shot didn't go in. They're like,
right.
I beat the spread.
Exactly. In fact, I'm not a big fan of watching football all year because I don't bet.
Yeah.
I'm not a gambling kind of guy.
Well, I used to wonder about the fascination of golf, and guys are gambling, betting on every hole.
Yeah. Every hole, they're gambling like crazy. If you go into a bar and people are screaming at the TV sets, they're fans, but it's because they got money on the game.
So you bet $1,000 for your book. You bet $1,000 every day that you had to gamble $1,000 minimum.
Yeah.
What was the highest you wagered in one day?
Oh, 10 or 15 times that easily. I mean, I had close to $10,000 on one baseball game at one point.
All right, let's figure this out here. And you did everything: sports betting, stocks, blackjack, poker, you name it, you bet on it, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Everything from like the dog track in Kenosha, Wisconsin. You want to talk about a depressing
was this fun?
place? Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I mean, you go into like a dog track, Kenosha, Wisconsin, on a Monday afternoon, and the guy, the big fish fries this Friday, $7 all you can eat, and you see all these dads with these kids, and you realize it's like custody day, it's visitation day, and they're telling the kid, just tell mommy we went to the dog zoo again.
Right.
I mean, that's some pretty depressing stuff.
My dad used to drag me to the track, and you could just tell he was miserable. My mom would force him to take me every once in a while, and it was a miserable thing because I would gamble. My father had a system. And my system was to just look at a pole, and if I saw the number 8 or something, I'd bet on that horse, and it drove him crazy because I'd hit sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's one of the things I get into the book. All these people have systems, and you see like the roulette wheel, and they have like these electronic things saying these numbers are hot, these numbers are cold, and it's like the numbers don't know they're cold or hot, or the slot machines, where people say that's my slot machine, it's due. Well,